Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, out of the Park 23 Pittsburgh Pirates franchise. Thank you guys for being here as we get ready for the start of hopefully a very exciting Pittsburgh Pirates playoff push here in 2027. Let me get the live stream set up. Have some music underneath as well. If it's too loud, please let me know and I will bump it down. I've turned it down some. If this music sounds too loud, if it sounds like it's colliding with the sound of my voice, just let me know and I'll turn things down. It sounds a little bit loud in my headset, so I may actually do so here. But you guys let me know, and we'll get started here in a little bit. I'm going to turn things down just a little bit as we'll get ready here shortly. Maybe about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. We'll start simming and finding out who we're facing. But if you guys could let me know some audio feedback, if everything sounds okay, that would certainly help. I'm going to mess with things here a little bit more. Don't have the greatest song choice here. Just have to go off the YouTube audio library, the stuff that I'm able to use without copyright strikes and things like that. Hello, Mr. Medina. And Steeler fan and Dave is here. Play Freebird. I wish I could. If I could play Freebird, I would. Does the audio sound okay, though? The music, the balance of it all? I won't have the music during the games, but just as the intro here to get people in as we await our fate of who the Pittsburgh Pirates will play here. All right, Eric says the sound is good. I think it just changed songs. And so let me see how that... Can it auto go? Let me see how YouTube works this kind of thing. I don't know if there's a way to have it autoplay. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not seeing a way right now for it to go to the next song, which is strange. It should just do that, but I guess it doesn't. Anyway, so we'll figure it out. Hey, Fortech Sports, and Rick is here. Yeah, I could pull up DMC free music, but I don't like to chance it because YouTube sometimes, what seems to be royalty-free doesn't ultimately end up as royalty-free, so we'll be okay. We'll figure it out here. But yeah, Pittsburgh Pirates, NLDS, so we are off for the wild card round, and so we'll have to sim to see if we're playing either the Padres or the Dodgers. And I think I'm not really rooting for either team to face because that's wishful thinking. It comes back to bite you. The Padres seem like a stronger team. They won 3 fewer games, but they have a better lineup overall, and I think a better pitching staff as well than the Dodgers. And so we'll go through it and see who we're going to face here shortly. In maybe about 7 minutes, we'll start the sim. Todd says, need Dave to provide color commentary. Feel free in the chat there, Dave, if you would like. And so, just to give us some backstory, this is Out of the Park 23, a baseball sim game. I do not swing the bat. I don't field the ball. I tell the players to do that, or they do that through the sim engine, and so I just kind of manage and watch and hope and all those kinds of things. And so it's a little bit different than those who play, say, MLB The Show and things like that. Started this in 2022, and the Pirates went 78-84, bottomed out by 2024 at 60 wins, but on the upswing since then. Our last winning season in 2026 went 82-80. And then 94 wins, took the NL Central, game 163 against the Cardinals, won it 6-2. And that gave us the NL Central pennant and a bye as we'll await either the winner of the Padres or the Dodgers. Dave says, fire Gazora. If I don't win this, they may say that. They were saying that for a while when we won 60 games. But our team chemistry is amazing. Got great leadership on this team. Look at all these captains. Steven Kwan, Elias Diaz, who is not on our roster, by the way. We'll look at that here in a second. Nick Gonzalez, Joey Bart, and Ke'Bryan Hayes, but he is injured. Lost to a torn labrum right after the trade deadline. I'm going to switch songs here. I've not even listened to this next one, so hopefully it's not terrible. I was not really sampling too many songs ahead of time. Going to pull up the roster here, our playoff roster, and see who all is a part of it. We will sort by position, have some changes there. Read in the chat, Vortex Sports. I know you don't have a ton of time for things like this anymore, but do you ever think about playing NCAA 14 again and leading our Vandals back to glory? Hashtag roll potatoes. Well, the good news is in real life, the Idaho Vandals have a lot of glory. They had a great season, and they got eliminated in the playoffs, but new head coach really brought them back. Whenever the new college football game comes out, I know it's EA Sports, it's risky, is it going to be bad, and it's going to be just a microtransaction mess. I'm going to buy it and see what... I don't think Idaho's going to be in the game because there's no FCS, but, we'll see what happens from there. All right, playoff roster. Whenever we do play, taking the hill will be our ace, Christopher Cruz, won the Cy Young last year, in the mix for the Cy Young this year. We'll have Dylan Lesko, our former first-round pick in 2025, who's been fantastic for us, came up right after kind of that Super 2 deadline this year. Luis Avito's also been very good for us, and trade acquisition Davis Martin from Oakland at the deadline has been fantastic. Bullpen is very strong overall. I'll just actually pull this up. This will be easier. With Wanderson Charles and Tyler Duffy. Victor Vodnik will probably not be used in high leverage situations, but Nick Mears certainly will be. He was one of the best relievers in baseball this year. Jason Foley was hurt for a good chunk of the year, but he's good to go in time for the playoffs, as is Alberto Guerrero. And Andrew Schultz. Talk about great relievers. How about Andrew Schultz? 1.7 ERA, 256 ERA plus, 14.1 Ks over 9, a whip well under 1. And keeping the ball in the yard will be important against some of these home run happy teams. Asa Lacy, work in long relief, as will Trey McGow. And Denny Bentley will be a lefty specialist. I'm going to change this to a 4-man rotation for the moment. Not entirely sure where Martin's going to slot in, but we will see. Steeler Fan 1933 says, fun fact, I did some consulting for EA on NCAA Football 12, and my name is in the credits. That's awesome. Very cool. What consulting did you do specifically? That seems pretty unique. Look at the lineups here before we get ready to start simming this thing. I don't want to wait too long, but I want some people to have time to get in the chat and myself to kind of process this as well. This is all new, making the playoffs this year. Checking out the lineups here. Cam Gallagher, veteran catcher, very strong year. He'll be behind the plate. James Wood, at first, had an injury to Delphin Ramirez. Have certainly been hit hard by injuries offensively down the stretch. Nick Gonzalez at second. Defense is questionable, but the bat's been good. I'm going to make a change here and have Corbett Vivas start the series over Yolbert Sanchez and trust the bat. It's been a tough year for Vivas, but we'll see what he can do. Edwin Arroyo Jr., traded from Boston in 2025. He has been excellent for us. Great season, both with the glove and with the bat. Of course, Brian Reynolds in center field. Probably traded in real life, but with the Pirates right now, although he's a free agent after this year, and it's very unlikely I'm going to sign him because he wants just far too much money at $27 million. Just too much for my taste. Stephen Kwan in left. Got a good eye. Gets on base. And we'll have a combination here against righties in right field. It'll be RJ Schreck. With lefties, it'll be Brock Wilken, who actually was in the minor leagues for most of the year, but he's got a good bat against lefties. And then Gavin Sheets will be our DH. In terms of backups, Joey Bart at catcher. Sanchez, backup defensive replacement. And I think that's about it overall. So that's a look at the team. Steeler Fan says, a little gameplay, bugs, stat tracking, etc. All different modes. Very cool. Very, very cool. That was a great series. NCAA 14, NCAA 06. Two of my favorite football games of all time, along with some of the old Maddens, Madden 07, Madden 05. So, very cool to be part of that series. So we're going to get started here in just a moment. I need to look at my lineups again, now that Vivas has been inserted into the lineup. Have all of these lefties here is a little concerning. I'll probably move Gallagher up a spot and keep him in the 8-hole. So who are we going to face? That's going to be the question. Either the Padres or the Dodgers. Also in the playoffs for the NL are the Mets, the Braves, and the Cardinals. Mets best team in baseball this year with 105 wins, but will they Mets it up like they often do once the playoffs begin? We will have to see, but I think it's probably time to start simming. I'm a day-by-day simmer and out of the park. I just like to take it one day at a time, so it'll be a little bit here. We're going to finish today, get our guys healthy, rested, and see who we're facing. I'm not sure when the playoffs actually start. Looks like they have not started yet for anybody. It says, spent 3 weeks at their Tiburon studio in Orlando. It was a great experience. Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. So we have some playoff baseball results. And it looks like the NL was kicking things off with the Dodgers beating the Padres in Game 1, 5-3. Take a look at the box score here. Padres got 2 in the top of the 8th, but not enough. 2 errors hurt them. As the Dodgers had 4 in the bottom of the 7th on 10 hits. I'm not going to go slow this entire time. Ohtani, Will Smith. Looks like Will Smith had the big 3-run home run. And their pitcher here, Ryan Pepiot, will say, was very strong. So it is 1-0 LA. As I'll bring the tree back up. St. Louis beating the Braves. And that was 3-2 in 11. Just a quick check-in on audio. Do I sound okay? Does the music sound okay? And whenever we start, I'll have to kind of test some of the game audio and adjust that, because I can never get it quite right with the balance that I want to. But just let me know that, as I will check my mail. And that is our A-ball team, Greensboro, doing something. We won't be too concerned with that right now. We'll sim, and the AL should be playing today. As we'll save and see what happens here. Yeah, fun game, out of the park. Appreciate you guys being here. Just a niche thing I do for the channel, just for fun, in between my Steelers content. Everything's good with audio? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. If that changes, please let me know. Alright, the NL did play. The AL played and the NL played, and the Dodgers in a best of 3. That's it. We're facing the Dodgers. Best of 3. They won both games, 7-3 here. And so we're facing the Dodgers. How about that? As the Padres offense held in check, Fernando Tatis, pretty quiet, had a home run, but it was a solo shot off of Ohtani. Tatis is incredible in this game. He's hit 60 home runs at least in the last 3 years. I mean, just absurd stuff. And he had 2 home runs in the series. I mean, he did his work for sure, but not enough around him. As Mookie Betts had 2 hits, Polanco 3 hits, Cody Bellinger 2 hits, Betts had the homer, Will Smith with a double and a homer in the series, and Shohei Ohtani, a pretty solid game. He'll be certainly one of the top guys to watch. Michael Hobbs closing things out for LA. All right, so we'll still have to wait for what's the other series doing in the NL between the Cardinals and the Braves? That is 1-1. So they'll have the elimination game before. I think there's probably a day off here. Let me check. No, they're playing 3 in a row. I lied. They lost 8-7. As that was a pretty close game, obviously. All right, let me go ahead here, check my mail, and we will move on. As we are facing the LA Dodgers. Pirates, Dodgers. Top market team versus not top market team. I'll let you figure out which is which. And we should be getting our notification here. As the Cardinals beat the Braves, they advance. Playing the Cardinals, or playing the Dodgers, I should say. So here we go. It'll be Mets. Or no, the Braves won. I'm sorry. I thought it said the Cardinals won. Maybe I was looking at the other day. The Braves won. So it'll be Braves, Mets. And then Dodgers, Pirates. In the AL, Guardians, Orioles, Stros, and Red Sox. So we are getting ready. I don't want to waste much more time here. Let me pause the music, or stop the music. And we'll We're going to start here. I'm pretty nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm really nervous for this game here. Make sure I don't hit finish today by mistake. We'll play this game against Los Angeles. Take you to starting lineups. Let's see what they have going on. They have their number 3 pitcher, Mauricio Rivera. We'll say I'm not going to be great with these pronunciations. The overall looks bad, but everything here plays extremely well. The number is not fantastic, though, during the regular season. Just 7 starts for him, so not a ton of time. He came out of the pen the past 2 years. His stamina's pretty low, so we'll see if we can chase him early. It'll be Christopher Cruz, of course, on the hill. 2.77 ERA, 157 ERA plus. Very consistent, very close to what he did last year. So, looking at the lineups, it's a righty, so Shrek will be out there in right. Do I want to maybe move Gonzalez so it's not all these lefties in a row? I have a lot of lefties in the lineup. It's kind of one of the issues here. I don't know what all I can do to best avoid that. I think I'm just going to kind of roll with this and see where it goes. So, let me, can I change the options here? I don't think I can from this window. Or can I? Yes, I can. I lied. I'm going to turn things down. If it's too quiet, let me know. But there's always an issue with the volume here. Of sometimes being too loud, it kind of ebbs and flows a little bit. That should be okay, but please let me know when we start if the audio from the game, if the crowd, sometimes it might get a little loud, but I think we'll be okay. So, quick look at their lineups. Betts, Kiner, how do you say that? Falefa, Polanco, Ohtani, Smith, Bellinger, Cody. How do you want to say that one? Ooh, want to be careful of the pronunciation there. Jose, I don't know how to say that one, to be honest with you. Arcia, and Jamani Jones out there in center. So we'll see. Let's just see what happens. Let me start this game here. This is going to should be in Pittsburgh, right? Yes, it'll be PNC Park, a 1 o'clock game, 37,000 plus, 60 degrees, winds blowing out at 8 miles an hour. So the power advantage, the Dodgers have it. Will that hurt us? We'll have to wait and see. So let me give me 1 second, and then we will start. All right, you guys ready? Let's play the 2027 NLDS. I'm so nervous. I'm stalling so much to hit this button because I am freaking out. Again, for us, Quan, Arroyo, Reynolds, Shrek, Wood, Gonzalez, Sheets, Gallagher, and Vivas. All right, let's go Bucks. All right, does this sound too quiet? It's probably a little hard to tell off the top. It sounds a little quiet in my head. Let me try to bump field volume back up to 100, ambient to 90, just a little bit. All right. I think there's a bit of a delay. It feels like there's maybe about a 15-second delay from what I do versus what you guys see, which I think is just based off the quality that I'm trying to keep and the latency and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to give it 1 second here. Maybe we'll get a little bit of audio feedback. If things sound good, then let me know. And we'll start. Christopher Cruz is going to face Mookie Betts. Again, this is a best of 5, so first to 3. Thank you, Steeler fan, for the well wishes. I know you've watched the series here, and I appreciate that. All right, we're going to get started here. So we start the 2027 NLDS Dodgers Pirates. Here we go. 1-2 count to Mookie Betts. Cruz, the righty, once one of the top prospects in baseball, turned Cy Young winner. And Betts is going to hit that to the gap, and that's going to be a leadoff double, extra bases for Mookie Betts on a 1-2 count. And that is how the Dodgers are going to start. A reminder of how good this Dodgers team is. As it'll be Kiner, Falefa up now, 0-2 count. Cruz will strike him out swinging. And that one's on the changeup. Now Jorge Polanco, who had a great wild card, went 6 for 8 with an RBI. Wow. Full count, payoff pitch from Cruz to Gallagher. And that one's going to get over the third baseman's head, over Vivas' head. The run's going to come in, and Polanco is going to have a double. And the Dodgers will score the first run as they get to our ace, Christopher Cruz. And now it's Shohei Ohtani up. And this is not the start that you want if you're the Pirates. May try to pitch around and see what Ohtani does here. And this one's going to get past Gallagher on a wild pitch. And maybe some nerves for the young Cruz. His first career playoff game, 24 years old. A lot of pressure on him as Polanco moves to third. Full count. Ohtani strikes out swinging. Chase the fastball. That's a big out number 2. Now Cruz has to make it 3 and limit the damage. Will Smith with a home run in the first game of the wild card series against the Padres. 0-2 count, and he'll strike out. So Cruz strikes out a couple, but allows a run, and it's 1-0 Dodgers. And so their starter, Mauricio Rivera, will have a bit of run support. His last start was a beautiful one in the regular season. 6 innings of 2-hit ball, 1 walk, 8 Ks. And so he's coming in on a really good note for the playoffs. Steven Kwan will lead things off. Again, best of 5. I'm going to stream the entire NLDS tonight. And Kwan will loop that a single into left. So that's a good start. Let's check out Will Smith here. His catcher arm, not great. Rivera's hold runners, not great either. Probably won't steal the start. As Eric says, taking my son to first Steelers game Sunday. He's 4, wife, me, son, 10-year-old nephew, aunt, uncle, fun times. That's fantastic. So happy that you guys could go. Have a great time, Eric, and hopefully the Steelers beat the Ravens. As Arroyo, that one outside. Shouldn't have swung at it. And that'll bring up Brian Reynolds, who had a really red-hot September to finish the year on a really incredible note. Helped push this Pirates team into the playoffs. 0-2 count, hit the second. Will they turn 2? And they will. And so Brian Reynolds will erase the goodwill of that leadoff single by Steven Kwan. Will go top 2. 1-0 Dodgers. How does the audio sound? Can you guys hear the crowd? Can you hear some of the fans and some of the other ambient noise? If not, let me know and I can boost some of these numbers. Yeah, Eric, Lamar, doubtful. Very unlikely Lamar Jackson's going to play. Should be Tyler Huntley in that one. So it'll be Christopher Cruz against Cody Bellinger. 1-2 count. And Cruz will strike out another. And so he's starting to settle in. 4 Ks for Christopher Cruz. 2-0 to Hosey. That one popped up. Shrek coming in. And he'll make the catch. Todd says he can't hear anything but me. Okay, let me... Yeah, it's hard to tell. Actually, I bet you what's going... Hold on. That's what I screwed up. Let me do this. Let me do that. Now it's gonna... It should sound a lot louder. Now it might be too loud. But you guys should be able to hear something better. I turned down the desktop audio because of the music. I didn't want the music to be too loud. I forgot to turn it back up for the actual game noise. And so it should be better now, but you guys let me know. As there's 2 out, nobody on. Dodgers lead here 1-0. Facing Orlando Arcia. That one's hit to Arroyo. Throws on to Wood at first. And we'll go bottom 2. Again, things should sound better now instead of just my voice. You don't want to hear just my voice, I promise you that. 4, 5, 6 hitters will come up for the Pirates. RJ Shrek will step in. And he'll hit that well to center. And that one's going to drop at the feet of the center fielder. And so back-to-back innings with a leadoff hit. Could not do anything with Kwan in the first. Can they do something here? As James Wood, who got hot end of the year as well. A lot of power in that back. Kind of he's like the George Pickens of this team. He's either a strikeout guy or a home run guy. Hopefully more of a home run guy here. 1-2 count, and there's the strikeout. There's the Atlanta game for you right there. Nick Gonzalez, one of our captains, stepping up, stepping in. Todd says much better. Okay, good. Yeah, I realized that, so thank you for saying something that. Nick Gonzalez, that's going to be floated to center. Coming in is the center fielder. That's Jamani Jones. He'll make the catch, route number 2. So leadoff singles, trying to move the runner here. It'll be Gavin Sheets' job with 2 outs here in this 1-0 game. 1-2 count. And Sheets will dribble it to short. Is there a play to be made? And I can't tell. He's out. Ooh, he is out by a half step. So the Pirates can't do anything with their 2 hits. The Dodgers still lead 1-0 in this best of 5. Jumonte Jones, the 9-hitter, will come in 2-2 count. Here's Cruz to Gallagher, and he'll strike out swinging. Cruz' pitch count's been monitored all year long, but we're going to open things up here in the playoffs. 2-2 to Betts with a double and a run scored, and he'll put good contact on that one. Reynolds, though, drifting over to his right. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And Isaiah, Kiner, Falefa, I don't think that's the right way to say it. 3-1 count. We'll proceed, and he will draw the walk. And Polanco stepping in, trying to do something here with a little 2-out magic. 1-2 count. And Cruz will strike him out. That is, what, number 6, I think, for Christopher Cruz. Just a little shaky early, but the Pirates, they had to score at least 1, so they just still have to score at least 1, but certainly now at least 2. Cam Gallagher will come in as the 8-hole hitter, and he'll dribble that to short, and that is thrown to first for the first out. Now Horbert Vivas, who's had a tough year, started the year with the Major League club, then got sent down and has bounced on and off since. 3-1 count. Maybe at least draw the walk here. He will swing, and that'll be hit sharply to third. Third baseman has it, and good try there, but 2 away. Top of the order. Stephen Kwan, single his last at bat, and he won't go 2 for 2. That'll be a ground out to first. And so the Pirates still trying to put a runner in scoring position. Dodgers look to extend their lead 1-0 top 4. As Shohei Ohtani steps in. He's 0 for 1 today, but extremely dangerous. 1-2 from Cruz. And he'll hit that into right center. Shrek, it's more shallow right. He'll come in. Good job to make the catch. Can't believe this is a 1 o'clock game. This should be a night game. Will Smith stepping in. 1-2. Floats that to right, just like the first out. Trek coming in. A little less shallow this time. He'll make the grab for out number 2. Cruz, though, already at 67 pitches. He'll face Bellinger, who's 0 for 1, hitting .333 in the playoffs. 1-2 count. And Bellinger will look at strike number 3. And so Christopher Cruz doing all he can. Edwin Arroyo will step in, his second at-bat of the game. He's 0 for 1. As the Dodgers pitching's looking pretty strong. Arroyo, a single, bloops over the head of the third baseman. So this is now the third inning of 4, where Pittsburgh's had a leadoff single. They've yet to put a runner in scoring position. That has to be the goal here. Brian Reynolds coming in. 1-1 count. Hits that well to center, but Jones, good track of that one. Will make the catch for out number 1. Now RJ Shrek coming in. First pitch swinging shift on. And he goes against the shift to the wall. And that's going to send the runner from second to third. And I might be getting an alert here. I'm going to hold Arroyo. The game still gets a little glitchy sometimes when these prompts come up. So Arroyo was at third. Shrek at second. That's a double with 1 out for James Wood with Nick Gonzalez on deck. Maybe I should have sent the runner. I felt like we're in a decent spot right now. And so James Wood struck out his first at bat. Got to put the ball in play here. Betts has a great arm in right. Bellinger, good arm in left. Jones, below average arm, I would say that in center. And so run on center, run on left. Probably don't want to run on the right fielder. Let's see what happens here. 0-1 to Woods. Infield in. Woods pops that up into center. It's pretty shallow. No, it's actually popped up to second. Couldn't get a good view of that one. Oh, cannot waste this opportunity. Nick Gonzalez has to produce here. Crowd going crazy. Can Gonzalez drive in at least 1, hopefully 2. 0-1 to Gonzalez. And that's going to be floated going back in left field and caught. And maybe I should have been more aggressive there and sent Arroyo in the playoffs. Oh, I didn't want to hit that button. It's 3-1 to Jose, and that's going to be a walk. So not what I'm looking for as he's at 76 pitches, Christopher Cruz. That is just a missed opportunity for these Pirates. Arcia coming in. Runner's going to go. That'll avoid the double play, so a good steal attempt there, or maybe a hit and run. As Jumonte Jones, who's 0 for 1 today, 1-0 count. And that's going to be hit to third. Runner's going to advance, and no play for Vivas. It's an infield single as Christopher Cruz is in some trouble. Nick Mears is going to start moving around here in the pen. Now facing Betts. Runners on the corners. 1 out. Big spot here for Cruz. Runner's going to go. Gallagher with the throw. It's not going to be in time, and he is in there safely. And so it is... We're going to try to pitch around Betts, see what happens there, I think. We'll check his numbers. The eye discipline, though, is pretty strong. 1-2 to Betts. He'll strike out swinging. Big K for Cruz as Mears is warming up. And now Isaiah Izzy Kiner's going to come in. And do we keep Cruz in? 86 pitches. Mears is warming. Polanco's on deck. I'm going to try to pitch around here and see what happens. And first pitch swinging, barrel to short. The throw on the first. Cruz will get out of it. Works around the danger there. It's still 1-0, but the Pirates need runs for Christopher Cruz. 87 pitches. I think that's going to be it for him. He was getting into a bit of trouble there at the end. So I think Nick Mears will come in to face the heart of the order here in the top of the 6th. 1-0 Dodgers. Game 1 of the NLDS best of 5. Pirates out hitting LA 4-3, but have not been able to drive in a run so far. Gavin Sheets, the 7-hitter, will step in. 1-2 count, and he will look at strike 3 on the corner. That one looked a bit outside. Third strikeout for Rivera. Gallagher tried to do something. 2-2 count. Hits that to center. Jones coming in and makes the catch. He's got not great range out there in center, but does a good job overall to snag it. As I will get Nick Mears ready. Bullpen in great shape. And a pretty deep bullpen at that. Vivas hit one to third, his last at bat. First pitch swinging, it appears, and hit the third again. And it'll be an out. So very similar to his first at bat. And we go top 6. Still looking for a run. Gonna bring in Nick Mears to face Jorge Polanco. As Pirates trying to keep this score down. 1-2 to Polanco. And that one catches the corner with the breaking ball. Looks like the curve. Now facing Ohtani. Over 2 today. 2 for 9 in the playoffs with an RBI. No home runs. Looking for that first. Always dangerous. Big power, of course, in that bat. 1-0. Favorable count for Ohtani. Look out. And that one hit sharply to second. Oh, and Gonzalez, whose defense is poor, bobbles it, makes the error. And that's the issue with Nick Gonzalez. His defense is not great. Ideally, he's a DH type. And will this one come back to cost the Pirates? That one hurts a lot. Will Smith stepping in, the catcher. First pitch swinging. And Smith, that one's going to get past Vivas at third. And so the error really hurting this team. Runners on first and second. 1 away for Bellinger, who's hitting 300 here in the playoffs. You guys could also, a little bit late to ask this, but if you guys could like the video, that will help bring in some more people, I think. So Bellinger stepping in. Runners in scoring position. 2-2 from Mears. And he'll strike out on the curveball. Curveball working well today, as Bellinger's wearing the golden sombrero. As 2 out, 2 on. 2-2 count. And that one's hit to third. Vivas has it, throws on to Gonzalez, who does not have the error there. Although it does not sound like a great defensive play by the Pirates, but they get out of it. That's all that matters. 1-0 remains the score. Dodgers got a run in the first, and it's been scoreless since. As for Nick Mears, how many pitches did he throw? 18. That's going to be probably enough for him. And we're going to bring in Jason Foley, probably for the next inning in the top of the 7th. Rivera staying in only 50 pitches. He has been really efficient so far. That's going to help them out quite a bit. I imagine their bullpen's in a little bit rougher shape. That looks pretty good overall. Not really a whole lot to note there. Stephen Kwan, leadoff hitter. Can something happen in this game? That would be ideal. Kwan, and that one's going to get past short. And so for the 4th time, including the 2nd time by Kwan, the Pirates have a leadoff single. Can they do something with him? That is going to be the key. I'm going to try a hit and run here because Kwan has the speed and stealing ability. We'll see what happens here. Arroyo the shortstop. As that one's fouled back. And now I'm just going to go ahead and swing the bat here. 3-1 count. Arroyo is going to draw the walk. So the Pirates have to do something here. What a prime opportunity. They cannot keep squandering these. As Brian Reynolds 0 for 2. He's going to be playing elsewhere next year. I can tell you that much. He doesn't know it. I know it, though. And so I want him to do something here right now. Runners first and second. Nobody out. 1-1 count to Reynolds. And Reynolds hits that to center. Jones coming in, and that's going to be actually caught by the shortstop. Infield fly rule was on. And so Reynolds can't advance anybody. 1 out now for Shrek. Got to do something here. Shrek's 2 for 2 today, but I got to make it 3 for 3. 0-1 to Shrek. That one's hit well. That one's going to be at the feet of the right fielder, and the runner's going to hold. I wish Quan would have come in there and didn't get the prompt to do it. So Shrek is 3 for 3. And now James Wood will come up with a bases-loaded. Will Rivera stay in? Oh, what a spot this is. 1-0, bottom 6, bases-loaded, 1 out. Game 1 of the NLDS here in 2027. James Wood cannot strike out. Cannot strike out. That is going to be the mission here. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and Wood strikes out. Does not get the appeal from the ump. And that is the issue with James Wood. Now, here's Nick Gonzalez. Had the error last inning. He's here for his bat. He's 0 for 2 today. Got to do something here. Has to be right now. Nick Gonzalez. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pirates down a run. 3-2 count. Payoff pitch. That one's going to be hit into the gap. Nick Gonzalez going to bring 1 in. He's going to bring 2 in. Extra bases for Nick Gonzalez. A 3rd run's going to come in. A bases clearing double for Nick Gonzalez to put the Pirates on top 3-1. He atones for the error last inning. What a big moment for the captain, Nick Gonzalez. The Pirates have the lead. Bases clearing double by Nick Gonzalez. The PNC Park is going bananas right now. Got to keep it rolling. Gavin Sheets steps in. Rivera appears to be staying in. He's thrown 23 pitches this inning. 1-1 to Sheets. That one floated into left field, and that will be caught. But Nick Gonzalez, the hit of his career, bases clearing double with 2 outs. Pirates have the lead 3-1 as we go top 7. This one, though, far from over. The Dodgers can score runs in bunches. We all know that. Nick Mears will come out. Jason Foley is going to come in. Todd, I know. What a moment. Thank you, Fortex Sports. I promise I talk too fast to do play-by-play. I'm trying to do my best right now. But thank you. I appreciate that. So, reset the scene. 3-1, Pirates lead. Dodgers had a run. First inning. It was quiet until the bottom of the 6th. Nick Gonzalez, 3 RBI double with 2 outs. As the Pirates are up here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Jason Foley to face Orlando Arcia, who is 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the postseason. Let's see what happens here. 0-2. Foley had some injuries, had an ankle injury, and I think a shoulder inflammation. Missed a good chunk of the year, but he's back for the playoff run. Arcia to 3rd. Vivas has it. Weird throw. And that one is not in time. Infield single for Arcia. And that is where you miss Key Bryant Hayes and even Yolbert Sanchez, who's a much better defender on the bench right now than Vivas. And so, will the Pirates defense cost this team? We'll see. Foley 1-0 to Jones, the center fielder, hit the second. Gonzalez has it, and they will turn to Gonzalez to Arroyo to Wood, and that is a big double play for the Pirates to clear the bases for the dangerous Mookie Betts, who's 1 for 3 with a double today, hitting .333 in the playoffs. Top 7, 2 outs, bases empty. Here's Foley, payoff pitch, and that one's going to be a walk outside with the slider. And so Kiner Falefa is going to come in. 0 for 2 today. Their 3rd baseman, a pretty versatile guy. I think he was in previous versions of this game. Play the infield a little bit. So big spot here. 0-1. The pitch from Foley to Gallagher. That one's hit well. That one's going to get to the Clemente wall. And that is going to be extra bases, it appears. Looks like the run's going to probably come in. He will. And the Dodgers get a run back. That's a double for LA to make it 3-2. What a big spot that was for LA. And so Jorge Polanco, 2 outs, 1 on. Tying run at second. Here's Foley, 0-1 count, and that is going to get through as well. Shrek's going to have it, try to throw home. He can make the throw, but it is not in time. And this game is tied. The Dodgers, right as the Pirates take the lead. That one's going to hurt quite a bit. As now you have to face Ohtani, who's 0 for 3. You have to think he's due at this point. Big spot here. 3-3 game. 2 outs, 1 on. Runner's going to go. Gallagher, a strong throw, and they will get Polanco trying to steal. And so this game won't be any worse than tied, but not what you wanted as soon as you got that lead. And so the Pirates will have to do more. More will be required to win this game. Dodgers bringing in a new pitcher. It is Emmanuel Clace. Look at that. Look at those ratings. 80 movement, extreme ground ball pitcher. Did allow 6 home runs. The numbers don't look sterling overall. His BABIP was pretty high, really high, so he got unlucky. But he looks pretty good. I mean, look at what he did in 2024 to 2026. I mean, he was an incredible reliever. This seems to be an unlucky type year. But the Pirates will have to do something. Cam Gallagher, 0 for 2. We won't pinch hit here. Thought about it, but not going to do it. He faces Clace. 1-2 count to our catcher. And he'll hit that into right. Decent ride there. But Betts makes the catch. And now Vivas, 0 for 2. He's got to produce at the plate. He's not here for his defense. He's already had some issues in the field today. He's got to produce at the plate. That is why he is here. Full count payoff pitch. And he'll hit that to center, shallow. And Jones has been pretty busy out there today. He'll make the catch. 2 away for Stephen Kwan. First pitch swinging, it appears. And Kwan hits that to third. Well fielded by the third baseman. And the Pirates go 1-2-3 as we go top 8. Now facing Ohtani, who was up before, but because of the steal attempt by Jorge Polanco, he is up again. So Tyler Duffy will come in, be the new pitcher to face Ohtani. And this is a big spot here. Runs at a premium. 3-3 game, 7 hits apiece as we are top 8. 1-1-2 Ohtani, always dangerous, always makes me nervous. And he'll hit that well to right, and that is going to be a leadoff single for Shohei Ohtani. And that'll bring up Will Smith. Ohtani gets his first hit of the game, and it could be a big one. Will Smith full count payoff pitch, and that's going to be a walk. And the Dodgers are in business as our bullpen's going to stir immediately. Andrew Schultz is going to get ready. Now facing Bellinger. Duffy's got to record now. He's a veteran guy, been in the postseason before. 1-1 to Bellinger. A bunt attempt is on. It looks successful. Maybe no. Wood with a great job to throw that to third to get... Who was that? Ohtani out at first. Wow. Great play. Risky play by James Wood. But that wastes the out. Will Smith at second. Bellinger at first for Cody... How do you want... Oh, I gotta be really careful how you say that. I'll get censored. Cody House. We'll just say Cody House. Now facing Duffy. Oh my goodness. Big spot here. Gotta get this out. 2-2. Here's the pitch. This one hit the third. Vivas has it. No double play. Thought that we had a double play opportunity. But they'll get the runner at first. And so now what do you do? Arcia's in. 2 outs. 2 on. And the playoff intensity is ratcheting up here at PNC Park. I want to try to get Schultz in there. Facing Arcia and then Jones. They're 8 and 9 hitters. I'm going to visit the mound and see what happens. Schultz is ready. I think it's time to bring Andrew Schultz in. Our stopper. No official closer this year, but he's been our stopper. He's got to get a big stop here facing Orlando Arcia, who's hitting 100 here in the postseason. Hit 248 in the regular season as the everyday starting shortstop. So 3-3, top 8, 2 on, 2 out. Here we go. Schultz to Arcia. 2-1 count. This one should be put in play. This one's going to be hit to center. Reynolds coming in. Shallow. Makes the catch. And so the Pirates dance out of trouble. Dodgers runners first on second. Nobody out. The bunt was not successful. They get a ground out to third. Then the fly out to center. And we play on in a tie game. Bottom 8. New pitcher coming in for LA. It's going to be Brusdar Graterol. The reliever, very effective this year. 175 ERA plus 248 ERA, whip just over 1. So it's going to be Arroyo, Reynolds, and Shrek. Schultz will come in and pitch the 9th. Not going to waste him with just the 1 right now. Edwin Arroyo, who will be the hero of this game? That is the question. Who is the hero? Can Arroyo be that guy, that great trade from Boston? Arroyo is going to slap that to short, throw on, 1 away. Now Brian Reynolds steps in, 0 for 3 today, so missed opportunities. Got to do something more than this. Brian Reynolds, don't want to call him hometown hero, but one of the longest tenured Bucks who's been through all the ups and downs and really more downs of this series and of this team. Can he turn it around and become a Pittsburgh Pirates legend? First pitch swinging, shift on to the right. And Reynolds hits that into the shift, played him well. The Dodgers have the scouting report, and that was Arcia. He was playing to the left of second to field that one. RJ Shrek, who's 3 for 3, has the hot bat today. 4 for 4 is asking a lot, but man, you love to see it. 1-0 to Shrek. And Shrek will pop that up. Second baseman going back. He'll make the catch just out of the infield dirt. Gratro was injured, and he's going to have to come out of the game. So he got the out, but at what cost? A very Thanos at what cost moment. He will not pitch, so there'll be a new pitcher come bottom 9. The question is, what will be the score of the game bottom 9? Will it still be 3-3, or will the Dodgers add? Again, Game 1, NLDS, best of 5 series, and this one has been a treat for you guys and for me. Jumani Jones will come in to face Andrew Schultz. Mookie Betts on deck, 1-2. Here's the pitch, and that strikes him out looking on the fastball at 95. And now Betts will come in, 1 for 3 today. Had that leadoff double, the first batter of the game that produced the first run of the game. It was 1-0 until the, I think, 7th inning. Nick Gonzalez had a bases-clearing double with 2 outs, and then the Dodgers in the top of the 8th, or top of the 7th, whatever it was, got 2 runs to tie it up. And so here we sit, top 9, Schultz facing Betts, 2-2. Here's the windup and the pitch, and Betts hit hard to third. Vivas has it, and he'll throw on to Wood for the ground out. 2 away, now facing Kiner Falefa. I'm still working on. I should have looked up the names and the pronunciations beforehand, but I didn't know who we were going to face, and so I didn't want to have to do all that research potentially for naught. So anyway, 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2, Schultz, the pitch, and he'll strike him out swinging, and so the Pirates have a chance to walk it off. 1 run is all it's going to take, but it will be tough. New pitcher coming in. Wow, and that's probably going to be it for Schultz. 18 pitches, and the decisions are going to have to start coming in now, because we've kind of used our best relievers. It'll probably be Alberto Guerrero try to get this win, but maybe we can avoid pitching decisions at all if James Wood, Nick Gonzalez, or Gavin Sheets can do something. 1 swing of the bat, all it could take to take Game 1. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. As a new pitcher, let's take a look at him here real briefly. It's going to be Michael Hobbs. Great reliever. Was in AAA for part of the year. Man, this guy looks fantastic. 28 years old. What was he doing down in the minors for that long? I don't know. But this bullpen is fantastic for LA. So James Wood, 0 for 3. Again, feast famine kind of guy. 2-2 count. Shift is on. Here is Wood. And he'll strike out swinging on the changeup. Nick Gonzalez, 1 for 3. The bases clearing double is last at bat to make up for the error made previously in this game. Gonzalez, first pitch swinging. Gonzalez hit to the gap. That's going to get to the gap. Potentially extra bases for Nick Gonzalez. He'll round first. He will slide. No, stand up in the second base. And it's a 1-out double for Nick Gonzalez. Give him 2 doubles on the day. As the Pirates trying to do something. Gavin Sheets, he's 0 for 3. Can he play hero? As we start thinking about other options here with Gallagher on deck, the bench isn't looking great in terms of righties to face, but Gavin Sheets, a chance to make it all moot. Winning run on second base, 1 out for Sheets. What is going to happen? 3-2 count, payoff pitch from Hobbs. Sheets strikes out, swinging on the fastball. That's deflating. As now Cam Gallagher, not our strongest hitter, had a good year as a catcher at 259, WRC plus of nearly 100, just below league average. But does Gallagher stay in? Or do we try to pinch hit and bring in somebody like, if we brought in anybody, it could be Joey Bart, just a better bat, and have a 1-to-1 replacement there. It could be Brock Wilken, who's better against lefties. We're facing a righty right now. Joey Bart has had not a lot of Major League time this year. Had 2 games with the Pirates this year, a handful with the Giants, acquired in a trade before the deadline. What happens here? Do you pull Gallagher for Bart? I think it's either going to be Joey Bart or Cam Gallagher. Bart looks better, but the sample size is just really small, and his strikeouts are pretty high against a guy that strikes out a lot in Hobbs. I think Gallagher's going to stay in. All right, big spot here. PNC crowd on their feet. 2 outs, 1 on. The winning run at second, that's Nick Gonzalez. Here we go. 3-1 count to Gallagher. He'll draw the walk. That one inside on the fastball. And so we will play on. And now it's Horbit Vivas with the chance to play hero. Somebody's got to step up. Somebody's got to be the guy. It's been a tough year for Horbit. Only 34 games started this year. He got better at the end of the year. It was terrible to begin the year. Just to walk you guys through it as I stall and kind of panic a little bit. Looking at his batting splits this year, he was up to start the year at a $137 in April, hit a $182 in May, got sent down for a bit in July. In September, he came back up at 273. Wasn't great, but better. He's got a chance to be the best right now. And so Horbit Vivas facing Hobbs. 2 outs, 2 on. 1 swing of the bat could win this. What's going to happen? 0-1 to Vivas. This one hit to short. This one is going to be thrown to second. They'll get the force at second, and the Pirates just can't push the run across as you feel the air deflated in PNC Park. We'll play extras as Andrew Schultz, his day is going to be done. And we're going to face the heart of the order in Polanco, Ohtani, and Will Smith. Alberto Guerrero will come in. The former Dodger, by the way, Alberto Guerrero, played for the Dodgers. He'll face his former team. Who will have the advantage? That is going to be the key. A Dodger in 2025. We cleaned him off of waivers, and he was very good for us this year. So it's the ex-Dodger facing the LA Dodgers that face Polanco. 1-0 count. Corners appear to be playing in a little bit against Polanco's. 2 for 4. Polanco to first. Nice job by Wood. Can he make the throw? He can. And Polanco is out. Nice defense by James Wood. And Guerrero stepped on the bag for out number 1. Now Ohtani steps in. 1 for 4. A dangerous batter. Will Smith on deck. 0-1 to Ohtani. That one's hit to Wood. That one's going to get passed through his legs. The right fielder, Shrek, has trouble with it. Ohtani's going to have 2 at least. He's going to go for 3. The throw is not in time. A triple, it appears, for Shohei Ohtani. Oh, my goodness. And that is why he is paid as much as he is paid. And so a 1-out triple for Ohtani, as that'll bring on the catcher, Will Smith, 1 for 3 today. Oh, that is not good. Can the Pirates dance out of it again? You just wonder if they can. Guerrero facing Smith. 2-2 count. The pitch infield in. That one's going to get past the infield. Ohtani's going to score, and the Dodgers take the lead on the Will Smith single into right. Infield in, which was appropriate. And now can you limit the damage? That is going to be the key. Bellinger stepping in. 3-1. Guerrero will lose him. And it's going to be runners on first and second. You can't have 2 runs here. You just can't have 2 runs here. Unacceptable. As Victor Vodnik will get moving, get loose, but Guerrero's going to have to figure this one out. Maybe the Dodgers just know Guerrero too well. Now to Jose. I keep saying it a bunch of different ways. KH. KH will step in. What will happen? He's going to hit that to left, and that one's going to fall in. And the runner's going to score. And the Dodgers are going to go up 5-3 as Will Smith comes in ahead of the tag. And we're going to have to visit the mound as the Pirates crowd has been hushed. Dodgers up 2, still just 1 away with a runner in scoring position. Garcia will come in, and he's going to hit that well, and that is going to drop in for another single. Runner will hold, but we are falling apart right now. Vodnik's not even ready. Oh, Guerrero. It's all gone wrong for Alberto Guerrero, as he's going to face Jones. Try to get a double play here at the least. 3-0 count, and he's going to walk Jones, and the Dodgers go up 6-3. Can you believe this? Vodnik's going to have to come in facing Betts, as the Pirates, with a grand chance in the bottom of the 9th, now appear to be costing themselves in the top of the 10th. 2-2 from Vodnik to Betts. He'll strike out. Outside corner on the slider. And now nearly batting around are the Dodgers this inning. And this one could hurt. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit right at James Wood. But the Dodgers get 3. And the Pirates will have to have a miraculous comeback just to keep this one going. So it's going to be Kwan, Arroyo, and Reynolds needing 3. Got to be a big inning here. Here is Kwan, 2 for 4 today. Full count payoff pitch. And Kwan will hit that sharply into left. And that is a diving catch, it looks like. And what a play by the veteran Cody Bellinger for out number 1. A big one at that. That will bring in Arroyo. Another full count with Hobbs still on the mound. And he will draw the walk. So there's a base runner for the Pirates. Ryan Reynolds, 0 for 4. Cannot be 0 for 5. He cannot be 0 for 5. I'm sorry, John, that I'm nasally. I'm very sorry that I'm a nasally person. I'm also very nervous. So that's probably not helping. But you're just going to have to accept that. I think, aren't you the former manager of the Pirates? Maybe there's some vendetta there. Anyway, Ryan Reynolds stepping in. 2-2 count. And he'll hit that. And that's going to get down. And so Arroyo's going to take third. Reynolds is going to go for 2. He'll push the envelope. Wow. As Brian Reynolds. Extra bases. Pirates not saying no. There's no quit right now in this team. RJ Schreck comes in. One swing of the bat would tie this game up. So we'll see what happens as Hobbs. He's pretty gassed. I can't believe the Dodgers, with a bullpen that's pretty solid and fresh, is staying in. Schreck, who is 3 for 4. This is the guy you want up right now. Pirates down 3, 1 out, 2 on. If Bellinger did not make that great grab on Kwan, this would be even more interesting right now. Ryan asks, is there an NFL version of this game? The company that made this game was in the process of making a football game that ended up being scrapped. There are some other companies that do some things like this. I believe it's Wolverine Studios, Draft Day Sports. I've never actually played it. I tried Front Office Football once. It was a very difficult game to understand. The UI was really bad on it, so I didn't like it. I'm going to maybe try, though, Wolverine Studios, Draft Day Sports, but I've never really played it myself to know. Anyway, back to the game. RJ Schreck, 2 out, 1 on, facing Hobbs, 1-2 count. And Schreck strikes out swinging. Can't have that one. First strikeout of the game. New pitcher finally comes in. And oh boy, it is a good one. It's Darwinzon Hernandez. The control shaky, but everything else is not. I mean, this guy, 16.3 K over 9. The walks aren't even that terrible because he strikes out so many people. James Wood, he's a strikeout guy. This is, again, either strikeout or home run for James Wood. And you just have to roll the dice and see if you get lucky. It's going to be a tough spot here for James Wood. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And Wood looks at strike 3, and the Dodgers take game 1, 6-3. What a game. If you're a baseball fan, you enjoyed this one. The Pirates can't capitalize on their chances, and they drop in the NLDS 1-0. All right, recapping things. Again, Dodgers win 1-0, 6-3. They went up 1-0. And 12 hits, 6 runs, no errors for the Dodgers. 9 hits, 3 runs, 1 error for the Pirates. Dodgers get 3 runs, top 10. and that was obviously the difference in this game. For the Pirates, a couple of multi-hit games. That's from Kwan and Shrek and Gonzalez. For the Dodgers, it was Polanco, Ohtani with a triple that really got things started. Will Smith continues his hot hand in the postseason. Christopher Cruz was excellent. Only 5 innings. The pitch count ran up. Struck out 8. Just 1 run that came in the first inning. Foley and Guerrero struggling. Those were the big guys that hurt us there. For the Dodgers, Lovero, a quality start overall in the bullpen, allowed just 2 hits and struck out 4. Let me get a drink of water here as we get ready for game number 2. Nothing to do but try to bounce back. Again, long series in this one. Steeler fan says Wolverine Studios has 10% off their games this weekend. That's good to know. As Vortex Sports says, fire Canada. Yeah, we'll blame Matt Canada for that one. I think that's fair. I'm with you there. Blame the bullpen, though. I think the bullpen, maybe some of the lack of aggression. Had I sent, I think it was Arroyo early in this game, you wonder, what could have changed, but who the heck knows. We'll get ready for game 2, and we'll play it in just 1 second. We'll check out who our scout discovered. This Freddie Gonzalez, gentleman. Anyway, let's get ready for game 2. Let's take a quick look at the playoff tree. Mets take game 1 from Atlanta, and the AL has not gotten the NLDS started yet. Dodgers have won all 3 postseason games, cannot let them make it 4 in a row. So we'll get started here. I don't know if Vivas should stay at third, trying to figure that one out. Let's just see exactly who they're rolling with right now. Sandy Alcantara will come in for the Dodgers. He is a righty. Interesting decision here. It's not been great this year. For us, Dylan Lesko will come in. Rookie, having a strong year, so hopefully the nerves are not too bad for him, as they seem to be for Cruz early in this game. Does Vivas stay in? He was 0-4 in game number 1. I'll give him maybe one more game here. I think that bat's got to play. Runs have to happen here for the Pirates. Looks like no lineup changes for the... Or actually, no, there is one. I take that back. Freddie Freeman will come in at first, and so he will go against Lesko. I wonder what the reason is there. They had a pitcher injury as well. I did not check, but our lineup... let's see. Gonzalez is 1 for 9 career against Alcantara, but Gonzalez is going to stay. Yeah, Alcantara is probably starting against all the success. I mean, Reynolds is 2 for 23. No one's really had a lot of success against Alcantara, and so that's probably the reason why they're going with him. So big spot here. This will be at PNC Park, 3:05 on the next day, 37,000. Pirates down 1-0 in the series. Let's get ready to go to game number 2. All right, game 2. Dylan Lesko, the rookie, his first playoff appearance on the mound for the Pirates. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. John is right. My nose is very nasally. I do stumble over my words too much. I try to work on that to slow down. Doesn't work well in this environment. I have like a deviated septum in my nose, and so I can't breathe all that well. That's probably a big reason for the nasaliness. So if I ever get that corrected, maybe that's something to dream about. But Jeremy, appreciate the support. Appreciate you being here. And hopefully the Pirates can get a win, as Dylan Lesko will face Mookie Betts, who had a leadoff double in game number 1, scored the first run of the game, trying to get a cleaner inning. Didn't check the weather. I don't know. The wind's blowing out to the left, it says. So that's the play-by-play. As Betts to short, Arroyo to Wood. There's one away, so no double here. As IKF will come in 2-2 count. Dylan Lesko strikes him out swinging on the fastball at 96. And Polanco, who had a good game. What did Polanco do last game? He went 2 for 5 with a double and 2 RBIs. So yeah, I would call that a good game and a good playoffs for Jorge Polanco. 1-2 from Lesko, the star rookie, and he will strike out Polanco. And a good clean sheet, to use the World Cup soccer term, from Dylan Lesko, as we will face the veteran, Sandy Alcantara, 32 years old, has done well against the Pirates. I assume that's why he is starting in game number 2. Stephen Kwan will lead things off. Hit a home run in, I think it was game 162 to help force game 163. So we'd love to see that here. 2 for 5 in game 1. Full count to start things off. And Kwan dribbles to third, and that one's going to be thrown immediately to first to Freddie Freeman. That's the out. Arroyo stepping in, the shortstop. And that one's going to get past Freeman down the line and right to the wall. Arroyo thinking 2, and he is going to slide in the second for a 1-out double. So Arroyo's strong season brought over for the glove, and the bat has been just fantastic this year for Edwin Arroyo Jr. Went from high A ball to the major leagues after a great spring, and he's been our shortstop of the present and of the future. Brian Reynolds, 1 for 5, made things interesting in the bottom of the 10th in game number 1, but still went 1 for 5 with a double. Got to produce more. Brian Reynolds, that is going to be the key. Full count payoff pitch. That one inside. They called a strike on that one. They said he went around. That one felt like it was going to be ball 4. Reynolds apparently could not hold up. And it has been a tough start at home for Brian Reynolds. Paid about $24 million this year. As we're getting ready here, John Simpson. The Raiders have released John Simpson, who I like coming out of Clemson, but we're going to put that aside. As RJ Schreck, 3 for 5 in game number 1. 2-2 count, runner on second, and he'll strike out. And so Alcantara gets out of trouble, erases the double from Arroyo, and will go bottom 2 to face Shohei Ohtani, who had that triple to start the top of the 10th and led that 3-run inning as the Dodgers took game 1 6-3 to lead the series 1-0. 2-2, Ohtani facing Lesko, and he'll strike out swinging. And so a nice start with Lesko, our top 2 guys, and Cruz. Lesko called up in June, and make that 4 strikeouts for Dylan Lesko. What a start he's had. Now facing Bellinger. Some of these veteran guys, though, they're crafty. They're not worried about playoff pressure and things like that. So Bellinger hitting .250 in the playoffs. 0-1 count. Shift is on. That one hit to first. Wood has it. Underhands it to Lesko, and we'll go bottom 2. Steeler fan says, by the way, Alex, that was cool to see you get a shout out on NFL Network. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was very, very cool of the Good Morning Football crew to do that. Yeah, just crazy luck, just dumb luck falling into that play. Eerie how similar Craig Hayward's and Connor Hayward's touchdowns matched up. But yeah, pretty cool moment all around. Just a good weekend for the Hayward family, and that's really the most important thing. James Wood will lead things off, followed by Nick Gonzalez and Gavin Sheets, as facing Alcantara, who's ahead in the count, 0-2. And Wood has struggled. The strikeouts have been real. You know that's part of his game, but just got to put the ball in play. Alcantara is not a flamethrower. I mean, the velo is good, but the stuff does not play all that well at his age. So what do we do with James Wood? Anyway, Nick Gonzalez, focus on the here and now. Had a good game 1 besides the error, which did not ultimately hurt this team. And Gonzalez's good times will keep rolling. That's going to get out towards the notch. And Nick Gonzalez, extra bases. A lot of doubles, a lot of hits in this game, in this series. But can you put people home? That is going to be the question. Gavin Sheets, 0 for 4 in game 1. Had a critical strikeout. His runners in scoring position. I want to say in game 1, it's all kind of running together already for me. Anyway, Gavin Sheets, 0-2 count, falls behind, and he will strike out swinging, and you just can't have the strikeouts. This team had the fewest amount of strikeouts in baseball in the regular season. Playoffs, obviously a different story, but got to have more than that, as Gallagher will step in, 0 for 3 in game 1. Got to bring Gonzalez home. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and Gallagher pops up to left, shallow left. Bellinger coming in, and he will make the catch. And so Pittsburgh has had doubles in the first and second inning, and nothing to show for it. And you have to think about potential changes in game 3 at catcher, and potentially a third. We'll have to see. But Dylan Lesko will try to keep it going against Arcia, Jones, and then the lefty veteran Freddie Freeman. 2-1 count. Lesko deals. That one's hit sharply to short. Arroyo to Wood. Route number 1. And I think I said Jamani Jones. I think it's Jamae Jones, the center fielder. 2-2 count. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on a Friday night. Because what else is there to do on a Friday night than watch a man play fictional baseball? Freddie Freeman stepping in after the strikeout by Jones. 0-1. Freeman, the veteran. You got to watch out for the veterans like him. And he'll hit that. Popped up. Maybe shallow left. And a big run there for Quan. But he's speedy. And makes the catch, as Ryan Glazer says, Jackson Smith in Jigba, I think that's how you say it, is the Pickens of this year's draft, a player who will drop because of injury, but elite talent, and a guy who I see having success in the NFL. I know there's some injury concerns, some overall athleticism concerns with him. From what I've read, I don't know this to be a fact, but those Ohio State guys are ridiculous. Him, Marvin Harrison Jr., so I can totally buy that there, Ryan, and we'll see where he goes. We'll see where Horbit Vivas goes, as he was 0 for 4. Will he stay in the lineup, or will he go to the bench? Big spot here against Alcantara. He's already got 4 strikeouts today. 1-0. And Vivas to the right. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Horbit Vivas. He's staying in the lineup. He heard me say he might move out. And Horbit Vivas, the first home run of the series, 387 over the Clemente wall, and the Pirates lead 1-0. Horbit Vivas trying to be the story. Doesn't have great power in that bat. Line drive hitter, just 3 home runs in the regular season. But that is a big shot by Vivas. And the Pirates go up 1-0, bottom third, off of Alcantara. How about that? Stephen Kwan leading things off. We'll try to keep it going. Had that chance in the first inning, and that one's going to be dropped by the third baseman. And that is a big error there, as the Pirates trying to keep it going, as Arroyo steps in with a double in his first at-bat, 500 in the series. Vortex Sports says, Alex, what is the best pro sports venue you've been to for a game? Is it PNC Park? Truthfully, I've not been to many stadiums in my life. Shockingly few. Outside of the Pens and Steelers and Pirates, I've really only ever been to, I think, Progressive Field. And, God, that might be it. I have to think about other places I've been. But PNC Park's beautiful. I've always enjoyed my time there. The seats are great. The atmosphere is great, even if the fans can be. I like when there's not a ton of fans in the sense of it's a little bit quieter, a little bit easier to move around, lines aren't as long, stuff like that. So I'll say PNC Park. It's where I've been to the most. But I probably am not the best person to answer that. I do like reading, and I'm going to get back to the game here in a second, I promise. I do like reading. It's like a 15-year-old article. Just search ESPN page 2 baseball stadium rankings. And this was an endeavor by the old page 2, which I don't believe exists anymore for ESPN. Kind of their fun commentary where they ranked the best stadiums, the best parks in baseball, and PNC was number 1. And they gave a really accurate and glowing review. Always go back and read that from time to time, and I enjoyed that commentary. So anyway, back to the game here. Stephen Kwan on first. Nobody out, bottom 3, Pirates up 1-0, Dodgers up 1-0 in the series. Arroyo, that one's going to be hit well to right. That one's going back at the track. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Oh my goodness, Edwin Arroyo. How about this kid? And the Pirates go up 3-0. 385, so similar to what Horbit Vivas did in game number 1, or in earlier at bat, or not even game number 1, but you know what I mean. And the Pirates go up 3-0. Edwin Arroyo Jr., the father must be so proud. 24 years old, 18 home runs. This guy shouldn't have this kind of power. This guy's going to get, I think, a drug test after this game. He's got 45 power ground ball hitter. Dude is hitting dingers. So how about Edwin Arroyo Jr.? Maybe I should go on long monologues in between at bats. That apparently produces home runs. Would you guys like me to drone on and on for 2 minutes at a time, like real baseball, and make this really authentic experience? Probably not. But Brian Reynolds, he's got to do something. He's got to produce. Trying to get to Alcantara, and Reynolds pops up, more like flying out to center, and Jones will call off the right fielder. Betts for out number 1. RJ Schreck stepping in, 0-1 count. Shift is on. This one hit to right, and Betts barely has to move an atom ball. Right atom for out number 2. James Wood stepping in. Needs something from James Wood, and that one's at least in play, but that'll be a ground out. But the 2 home runs in this game, the latest by Arroyo. Pirates up 3-0. They led 3-1 in game 1. Know what happened there. I'm trying to avoid that here. Dylan Lesko facing Betts, top of the order, and he'll strike out. And so Dylan Lesko moving and grooving. Now facing IKF. That one's hit the first. Wood has it, steps on the bag for out number 2. And Polanco coming in, 1-1 count. This one hit well. This one's going back. And Reynolds is going to have to just look at it, and that one is gone. Polanco from right, 375. And that was, Schreck was looking at it, and I'm sure Reynolds was too from center field. but it's now 3-1. So again, Pirates get runs, the Dodgers do a great job of answering, and they have a good answer here in Shohei Ohtani, as Polanco's been red hot in the postseason. First hit of the game, a home run for LA. And Ohtani popped up. This one coming in. Who has it? And, ooh, it went a little interesting. Had a little bit of carry to it. Reynolds coming in from center to very shallow center. Makes the catch. Pirates up 3-1 as the Polanco home runs puts a deficit to just 2. Alcantara staying in. Had a good start. And then a couple of bumpy innings as he'll face Gonzalez hitting 600 in the playoffs. Full count. Payoff pitch. And Gonzalez, pretty rocket shot to center. Jones going back over his head, and Gonzalez again, extra bases for Nick Gonzalez, slides in the second. He's got 3 doubles in the playoffs. So Nick Gonzalez here for the bat and showing it for sure. Gavin Sheets has to do the same. He's our DH. He's literally here just for our bat. 0 for 5 in the playoffs. 0 for 1 today. And Sheets lofts that into right. Gonzalez, doubt he tags. He will give it a look, but hold at second. And it's Gallagher. Oh, Gallagher's 0 for 4. We'll keep him in. He's our starter here, bottom 4. 2-1 count. And Gallagher to center as Jones can't make the catch. Gallagher will get the single because Gonzalez had the hold to see if it was a catch or not. He will stay. And that'll bring up Corbett Vivas, who had the solo shot to right, 387, his first at bat. That was a big, loud first run of the game. And a chance to do more. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Stephen Kwan on deck. Alcantara staying in. Is that Dodgers bullpen stirring? You have to wonder right now. Vivas, 1-0 count. Stay out of the double play. No double play. And Vivas to the gap. That's going to bring home at least 1. Gallagher does not have great speed. He will round second. He will look for third. And Gallagher will hold at third as Vivas staying in the lineup with a 2 RBI day with the home run and the double. And the Pirates are up 4-1. Still threatening. 1 out, 2-1. Stephen Kwan. 0 for 2 today. Alcantara still in the game. You really have to wonder why. 2-2. And Kwan looks at strike 3. He does not strike out often. That is uncommon for him. And that's pretty consequential. As Edwin Arroyo with a big home run of this one. We'll try to come in and add more. 4-1 Pirates lead bottom 4. 1-2 count. And Arroyo strikes out, swinging big cut on the fastball. Pirates get 1, can't get more. It remains 4-1 as we go top 5. Will Smith coming in. Be Smith, Bellinger, and Arcia. Still in Lesko. 1-1 count. And Smith flying out to right. Shrek in. Makes the catch. Route number 1. Now Bellinger, the veteran. 3 for 13 in the playoffs. Shift on. And that one, even with a shift on, and the second baseman playing pretty far to the right, Bellinger finds a way to beat it. And it's a single. As Arcia comes up. 0 for 1 today. As that one's a hit and run potentially on. Bellinger's going to potentially go to third, and he will. And so it'll be a single and put runners at the corners. As Lesko in a bit of trouble. Has to calm down. Facing Jahmai Jones. Hitting .250 in the playoffs. 1-2 count. Lesko deals and strikes him out swinging. As that's K number 7 for Lesko. But a big at bat here against Freddie Freeman. The veteran at 38 years old. Hit .276, a league average player this year for the Dodgers. And a big moment here. 2 outs, Pirates up 3, runners on the corners. 2-2, the pitch. And Freeman strikes out swinging. Got him with a changeup off speed that time. And Lesko works out of trouble for a big out number 3. As a quick look at our bullpen here. In decent shape, but could be better. I forgot to check if there's an off day tomorrow. I believe there is, but things I should have checked before the game. Anyway, Brian Reynolds stepping in. Alcantara still in for the Dodgers. I don't know if I agree with that decision, but we'll see what happens. Reynolds 0 for 2 today. Payoff pitch He will draw the walk. So finding a way to get on base. It's not been a great start. It's a small sample size, but not a great start. Playoffs are all about small sample sizes and producing immediately. RJ Schreck, a man who has produced immediately. He's 0 for 2 today, but 3 for 7, 3 for 5 in game number 1. Stepping in, 1-0 count, and Schreck will rope that to center. Jones going back at his feet. Reynolds will... We're going to send Reynolds, and he will slide in. Is he safe? He's safe. Can never quite tell sometimes. Aggressive base running, runners on the corners, nobody out for James Wood, who's 0 for 7 in the series. You like to think he's due, but you just don't know for sure. It's a big spot here. 4-1 Pirates lead, runners on the corners, bottom 5, nobody out. 0-2 count to Wood. He strikes out swinging, and James Wood is struggling as the Dodgers will finally make a replacement. Caleb Ferguson will come in, ground ball pitcher, an ERA getting close to 6 in the regular season, but we'll see what Nick Gonzalez, who's red hot, couple of doubles, 2 for 2 today, trying to extend this lead. 1-2, and Gonzalez strikes out swinging on the fastball, and now it'll be up to Gavin Sheets. And the question is, do you keep Gavin Sheets in? Ferguson, the lefty, have not made a sub so far. We'll see what Sheets did against lefties. He hit 265, so he did a decent job. But we have a guy on the bench named Brock Wilken, and you think about giving him an opportunity here because he is better against lefties. He is here to face lefties for a reason. And in a big spot like this, you give it a whirl. It's gonna be the question. You have to think about this one here for a moment. You stick with Sheets. What has Sheets done in the playoffs so far? He's 0 for 6. Just want to take a second here, make sure I'm making the right decision. They have 2 lefties. That's a tough one for sure. That is a tough decision. Do you go with Sheets or Wilken? I'm going to leave Gavin Sheets in. We're going to leave Sheets in. We're going to go with the guy who's been in our lineup all year. Might face righties later in the game. And so Gavin Sheets will stay in against Caleb Ferguson. 2-2 count. And Sheets will try to float that 1-2 left. Will it drop? It will not, as Bellinger makes the catch. And Pittsburgh can't do anything with runners in the corners and nobody out. That's a big spot there to think about later in this game. Top 6, Pirates up 4-1. Lesko staying in to face top of the order. 1-2-3 hitter starting with Mookie Betts. 1-2 count. And Betts dribbles to short. Arroyo has it. Low throw. And that one might be the error on Arroyo as Betts will come in the second. They will call that on Arroyo. So that one uncommon from him. And a potentially big moment as there's a runner on second with nobody out for IKF, who will bunt. The bunt is on. Is there a play to be made? And they will make it. Vivas, a good throw to Wood as Betts moves to third. Now Polanco has got the hot bat right now, hitting 600 in this series. A home run, 4 RBIs. Has a home run today. So far, the Dodgers only run, but they're going to try to add to it. And look who's on deck. It's Shohei Ohtani. 2-2 from Lesko. And Polanco strikes out a big K there. But now you got to deal with Shohei. And what do you do with Shohei? When will we see Shohei on the mound? Is a very good question to ask. He's rested. Will he be out there in Game 3? We shall see. But for now, facing him, we're going to go after him. 2-2 count, and he'll hit that to first. Wood has it, throws it to Lesko, who steps on the bag, and the Pirates get out of it, still leading 4-1. Question is, what do you do with Lesko? Does he stay in? He's at 81 pitches. You might want to push it a little bit, but we'll see what kind of insurance there could be. Caleb Ferguson staying in for the Dodgers to face Gallagher, Vivas, and Quan. Some of those lefty-on-lefty matchups as Gallagher will hit that to right. That one's going to get down, potentially 2 for Gallagher. The veteran's catcher's going to slide in the second for a leadoff double. And Cam Gallagher getting the job done here today as Corbett Vivas, 2 for 2, big day for him, facing the lefty. But of course, Vivas will stay in. And that one's going to get away. Gallagher's going to muscle to third, and he'll be in there on a wild pitch is how they're going to rule this. And so, again, cannot squander opportunities that were squandered in the 5th. Vivas steps back into the batter's box. Infield playing in for LA. Anything through the infield sharply hit should get past. You'd hope it would get past. Watch Freddie Freeman at first. That defense is really poor. Not sure why he's not DHing. I guess because of Ohtani. 2-2 to Vivas. Put it in play. Can't put it in play. Check swing. And they call him on strikeouts. And Stephen Kwan, who struck out last time. Normally guys who don't strike out talking about Vivas, talking about Kwan. Got to put this one in play here. Gallagher does not have good speed. If you're going to hit it deep, it's got to be pretty deep, preferably to center. 0-2 to Kwan. And Kwan looks at strike 3. Low pitch, but that one can't happen. As Arroyo comes in. Got to bring this run in. You have to think the Pirates can bring this run in. Arroyo, though, last chance to do it. 0-1 to him, and he'll pop that up. Can of corn. And Arcia's going to call off the pitcher, and the Pirates, with a runner on third and nobody out, cannot bring him 90 more feet. It remains 4-1 as we go top 7. Lesko will stay in against Will Smith. 1-2 from Lesko. He'll strike out Will Smith swinging and jumbling my words there. 10 Ks for Dylan Lesko in his playoff debut. Pitch count is getting up there, so we will consider some movement there. As I don't know exactly who I want to go to, though, what guy I want to potentially trust. We'll take a look at Denny Bentley, former Rule 5 selection. Lesko full count. The Bellinger shift is on that one outside. We'll draw the walk. As Lesko's at 92 pitches. These pitchers have not gone deep into games this year because they're young guys. You could argue if that's a bad strategy come playoff time. We'll have Arcia stepping in. And Arcia to center. Reynolds going back near the wall and makes the catch just in front of the batter's eye for out number 2. Lesko may be laboring some. And will he stay in? Jahmai Jones 0-for-2 today. Lesko will stay in. Try to finish this one out. Full count payoff pitch. And Lesko walks him. And so Lesko laboring 99 pitches. And at this point, we're going to bring in the lefty. It's going to be Denny Bentley, who has improved against righties this year, but he is our lefty specialist. Don't close the book on Lesko yet, but he's at 99 pitches as he will exit to a ovation from the Pirates crowd in his playoff debut. Now, can Bentley finish the job? Bentley to face Freeman, the veteran. Did not play in Game 1. He is 0-for-2 in Game 2 today. He's 1-for-10 in the playoffs. Big spot here. Runners first and second, 2 outs. Pirates lead 4-1. Full count, payoff pitch again from Bentley to Freeman. Here's the windup. And Freeman to third. Vivas has it, throws on to first. And it was an adventure, but the Pirates get out of it, and they'll go bottom 7 as we stretch. And the Pirates look for a couple of extra runs. What do you do here in terms of, I think you can take Bentley out. Bullpen a little bit tired in terms of some of the top guys, but you have to think about using some guys on back-to-back days to try to potentially close this one out. So I'm going to get Nick Mears warming and decide what to do with Bentley a little bit later. Let me know what you think we should do. Keep Bentley in, switch to Mears in the comments. Brian Reynolds trying to add some insurance. 0-for-2 today. 2-2. Ferguson staying in, and Reynolds will strike out as we are not as good against lefties as we are righties. RJ Schreck in the game, and Wilkin can't play right, though, is kind of the issue there. Schreck is not the guy we want against lefties. Yeah, it's a good question overall of what to do there, but we're going to leave Schreck in. Shift again is on. When Schreck to right, that one going back. Does it have a chance? And clear the deck, cannonball coming. RJ Schreck. Look at that. How about RJ Schreck? He has been miserable against lefties all year long. He has done nothing against them. I nearly took him out there, and he ropes one into right center. I mean, in the regular season against lefties, he had a 24 WRC+, hit just 1 home run, 152, against a good pitcher in Caleb Ferguson. What a moment for RJ Schreck. 27 years old. Wow. 3 home runs, 3 to right field today. As the Pirates will try to add on. Here is James Wood in the game, trying to get a first hit of the game. And Woods, opposite way. He got it into the outfield this time, but that's not the bar you're looking for, as that'll be out number 2. Nick Gonzalez coming in. Pirates, 10 hits today. Can Gonzalez make it 11? This one hit pretty well to center. Jones going back, and that one's off the top of the wall, and a double machine. Nick Gonzalez is a double machine. I'm not sure how many he has. He's got a bunch today. Just saying he's tied the playoff record with 3. Hurt his foot sliding into second. Trainer comes out. He's okay. He can stay in. Thank goodness. Wow. As Gonzalez, 3 doubles today, gets hurt, still in the game. Do you want to pinch run him? Do you consider a defensive replacement? That would be a consideration here. Yolbert Sanchez is on our bench. He's a defensive guy. He's got, the speed is not great, but he may want to come in because Gonzalez has that injured foot. That is something to think about here. We want to make a change. Wilkin can play just first. We're going to bring in... I don't know what I best want to do here. Bring in Sanchez to go for Gonzalez. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that because I'm gonna have him be the defensive replacement anyways. Might as well bring him in now. A little bit healthier. So we're gonna bring in Sanchez to pinch run for Gonzalez, who's had a fantastic day, but he'll come in and play defense for us. As Vortex says, I had no idea how detailed this game was. Seems like a lot of fun. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of just frustration, but when things go well, it's a ton of fun. So Gavin Sheets, lefty staying in. I think at this point we're gonna make another change and bring in Brock Wilkin to DH as the lefty. It's just a better matchup overall to face Bummer. So Brock Wilkin will come in as well. His first Major League appearance in a while. Aaron Bummer, the 34-year-old veteran. As Wilkin will try to bring home Sanchez. So a couple of changes here. As Wilkin behind in the count 1-2. See what happens. And Wilkin will strike out, so he might be a little bit rusty seeing the Major League stuff. As we'll see what's going on here, Sanchez will come in at second. Wilkin will stay in as the DH, leaving Joey Bart as the only man on the bench right now. Should Bentley stay in is the question to face Betts and the others. No lefty really coming up as Nick Mears is ready. We're going to keep... I'm going to get some stuff moving around just in case. Get Wanda's and Charles going. Bentley will stay in for the top of the 8th to face Betts. And we'll go from there. As it's a full count. Bentley's been struggling today. He will strike Betts out, though. Looking. A lot of full counts. Pitch counts have really been running up in these later innings, and you don't love to see that. You wonder when that's going to come back to hurt you. As IKF will come in. He's over 2 today. 2-2 count. Here is Bentley to Gallagher. And this one's hit to third. Vivas grounds it, throws on the first, and Wood has it for out number 2. To bring in Polanco. He's got a home run today. The lone run so far for the Dodgers. 0-2. And Polanco looking for his second home run. This one going back, and this one is gone. Jorge Polanco, 2 home runs today as his hot postseason continues. And the Dodgers make it 5-2. Not only that, but Shohei Ohtani is coming to the plate. As do we leave him in on that lefty-on-lefty matchup? We'll give Bentley the opportunity. Ohtani 0-3 today. Had that triple in Game 1 that helped propel the Dodgers to a victory. 1-1 count. And Ohtani dribbles to second. That's Sanchez, the defensive replacement, throws on to Wood to first for the out. It is a 3-run game as we have to figure out our closer situation. I'm realizing I should have started this stream earlier because I think an 8 p.m. stream for how long this may take was a little naive of me. Anyway, I think we're going to look to Who do I want to look to is the question. Potentially Mears or Schultz. Try to close this one out. I think we're going to look to Mears. I think I have auto tire off, but I just will leave that alone for now. Gallagher will stay in to face Bummer, who stays in the lefty. And Gallagher will ground to short for out number 1. Now Vivas, 2 for 3 today with a home run, justifying his spot and his role. 1-1 count. Infield normal depth. This one hit to left corner. That one's going to get down to the foul pole in left, and Horvat Vivas doubles wild today. A lot of 2-baggers for the Pirates. And can they add some insurance? And Stephen Kwan, pretty quiet so far. A couple of strikeouts, uncommon for him. And he will try to add that insurance. As there's 1 out, 1 on. Pirates up 5-2. Just recorded their 12th hit of the day. 1-2 Kwan. He will not strike out. Ground that to third. Vivas will have to hold at second. And Arroyo will come in 2 for 4 today. 3 for 7 on the series. Home run today. Big moment there. It was a 2-run shot, I believe. And Arroyo still facing Bummer. 0-2 count. And he'll hit that to right. That one's going to get down. And will the runner come in? We're going to bring home the runner. We'll test Betts' arm. And that one is not in time. Or it is in time, I should say. Or Vivas not in time. As Betts throws him out. Felt like you had to be aggressive there. Vivas' speed not great. And it'll be 5-2 going top 9. But had to push for the insurance run. I felt like that was the moment to do that. As... Oh, is Mears ready? Okay, Mears is ready. We're going to bring him into the game to face Smith, Bellinger, and Arcia. Mears pitching yesterday. 5-2 game. Dodgers lead the series 1-2-0. Facing Smith, who's 0 for 3. Pirates up 3 runs, 1-2 count. Sanchez in at second. No other defensive replacements to be made. And Smith strikes out swinging on the curveball. Off speed gets him for out number 1. Now facing Bellinger. 1 for 2 today. 2-2 count. The pitch. The shift is on. And Bellinger hits that well to center. Reynolds going back to his right. And he will make the catch for out number 2. And Arcia stepping in. Final out for the Dodgers. Down 5-2. The pitch, 3-1 count. And Arcia will slap that past the first and second baseman. And so the Dodgers have life. Now it's Jahmai Jones coming in. As Andrew Schultz moving around in the Pirates' pen. 2 outs, 1 on. 1-1 count, the pitch. And it is Jones doubling down the line as the Dodgers not going away quietly. Will the runner come in? He will hold. And that's going to bring up Freddie Freeman. Oh my goodness, the Dodgers, they have life. As Freeman will come in, will visit the mound. Mookie Betts on deck. Can Mears get out of it? 2-2 count, the pitch. That one's hit well to the gap, and Reynolds with the catch. He'll make the grab, and the Pirates hold on to win 5-2 and tie this series at 1. Raise the Jolly Roger. Gotta be honest, I thought that one off the bat of Freeman was going to be trouble. I thought that one might get into the gap, and Reynolds had good range to grab it. The Pirates win 5-2. Pittsburgh 5 runs on 13 hits and 1 error. Dodgers 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. We'll check it out here. Edwin Arroyo with the big home run. Shrek with the home run as well off a lefty, no less. And Gonzalez, a couple of doubles, had 3 in that game. That ties a playoff record. Dylan Lesko, his playoff debut, 6 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 10 Ks. Bentley gets the hold. Mears with the save. Alcantara, good start, but struggled towards the end and got a run off of Caleb Ferguson. That was Shrek. And so series tied at 1. Let me save the game here. It's a smart thing to do. And just give me 1 second here, guys. As we get ready for Game 3. So let me just take a pause here, and we'll get back to the action. Hold on, my stream got a little messed up. Let me just try to make sure I'm getting back to playing it. Okay, I think I'm good. Yeah, thank you, Steeler fan. Appreciate the commentary there. Do we have an off day tomorrow? I hope we do. I don't know for sure. Yes, we have an off day tomorrow, so that's going to be good for the pen. So the guys I pushed on back-to-back days, it's all good there. As Bradenton doing well down there in the looks like the minor league playoffs. So let me try to speed through this as quickly as I can. The stream's going to be a while. Again, I probably should have started this sooner, but didn't really have the foresight there. So we'll get a drink of water as we save. So 1-1 in this best of 5, first of 3 wins it. Each team now 2 games away. Looks like the the Dodgers in game 1, who lost one of their relievers, Brutsar Gratriol. He's out 5 to 6 weeks with a bone spur. So he's done in this series, and that's all that really matters for us right now. As we'll just kind of go through these really quickly. Not a whole lot to talk about there, aside from Nolan Stevens, who we do like down in the minors. All right, let's get ready for Game 3. How do things look from a bullpen standpoint? Nick Mears a little bit tired. Still 50%. Really, he's still 50%. All right, I thought he'd be better than that, but we pushed him. He could be used in an emergency situation, what I'm trying to say, but he probably will not be the first to being available today. As Vortex Sports says, I'm here for the late night streaming, man. This is great. Yeah, just a good time to do it. It's hard to do it in the afternoon when there's sports stuff and Steelers things happening. So thanks for being here. The dedicated crowd, about 7 or 8 people, which is all I really just wanted to have. It's just a small group of people that could come hang out with us. As I'm getting, you hear the nervousness in my voice right now. I mean, this is a long time coming to build this team through the trials and tribulations. And let's get ready for Game 3, as Luis Oviedo will be on the hill for the Pirates. No Ohtani. It's going to be Ryan Pepiot for the Dodgers, as Freddie Freeman remains at first for us. James Wood has not had a hit in this series. He's 0 for 9 with 6 strikeouts. And so I think at first he's a decent defensive first baseman. Do you want to give potentially Brock Wilken a chance, who's cut from a similar cloth? It's not that much different. He's a righty, though, which maybe helps a little bit in some of those matchups. We're going to try Brock Wilken. I'm going to move Gonzalez up in the order. Sheets has been quiet this series. I'm going to put Sheets in the 6 hole, though. Put Wilken 7 hole. Vivas has done well. Do you want to move Vivas up is kind of the question. Maybe as a leadoff hitter and have Quan at the bottom. I think we're going to play around with things a little bit. Vivas will lead off. Quan will hit in the 9 hole. Does Gallagher stay in a catcher? Yeah, I think he does. He's good. Yeah, that all looks good there. Bullpen, again, Mears really the only guy who's not at 100%. We'll check that here in a moment. But let's get ready for Game 3. We are in Dodger Stadium, 1 o'clock, wind blowing in. It's that Pacific Ocean wind, I guess. Just under 55,000 in Dodger Stadium. Let's take you out for Game 3. Somebody will lead the series after this game. All right, Pirates will lead off as they are the road team for the first time in the series, tied at 1. Dodgers took Game 1, 6-3 in 10 innings. Pirates take it in Game 2, 5-2 in 9. So Vivas leading things off to face Pepiot, the starting pitcher. And we'll see what happens. Pivotal game here, of course. I don't know what the stats say, but I imagine the team that wins Game 3 in a 1-1 tie wins the majority of the series, as Vivas will ground out to short to start things. Yeah, it looks like their order seems to be pretty much the same as game number 2. Polanco in that 3 hole. He's a hot hitter. That's a guy to watch out for. As Arroyo's had his good moments in this series, he'll dribble that to third and ground out. As Reynolds, pretty quiet, 1 for 8 with the walk. Full count. Here's the pitch. And Reynolds against the shift, as there'll be an infield single. As Reynolds finally beating the heavy shift that's been employed by the Dodgers that will be banned in the new game. Don't know how you guys feel about that. I kind of like the shift in terms of teams can do whatever they want and hit him where they're not. That's kind of the philosophy. But RJ Schreck, who's hitting .556 this series with a big home run in game number 2. 2 on, 1 out, 2-2 count, and Shrek will look at strike 3 and strike out on the changeup. And it'll be Mookie Betts as another Pirates pitcher, well, a relative youngster in terms of playoff experience. He's 28, but has only been in the majors for a little while now. Luis Avito will come in to face Mookie Betts, hitting .222 with a home run in the playoffs, 1-2 count. And the windup, and that one's inside and hits Betts. Obviously not intentional on the 1-2 count. It's the playoffs too, not really doing it intentionally in any scenario. As IKF, he's played some good defense in this series as Betts will run, and Gallagher's throw not in time. And so Betts will steal second. Steelers by the Lake says, "You're the man, Alex. If anyone can turn around the Pirates, it's you." Don't. I would not say that. This is our first time we made the playoffs. We're in 2027. I began in 2022, so we have had our lumps, that's for sure. But excited to be here, excited for game number 3. Trying to get this out as Betts at second with nobody out. 3-2 count, and IKF to center. Reynolds going back, makes the catch. Betts thought he would tag there, but Reynolds keeps him at bay. Betts in his older age, maybe losing some of that speed. He's 30, about to turn 35, so that's a fair point there. As Jorge Polanco, man of the hour, a guy that you want to be careful with, but Ohtani's on deck, and so how do you juggle that is the concern. We're going to go after Polanco here, hitting .588 with 2 home runs in the playoffs. Had 2 yesterday as Polanco looks at strike 3. Big K there, but can you do it against Ohtani? That is always the question, always the concern. Ohtani, relatively quiet in this series, but you say that, and then all of a sudden, he's going to get you. Will you get the Pirates here? Betts at second with that stolen base. Full count from Avito, and Ohtani strikes out swinging on the fastball at 97, going after Ohtani and being rewarded for it. As the Pirates going top 2 in this scoreless game, Nick Gonzalez, the double machine, 3 doubles in game number 2. Not even check who player of the game was in game number 2 as Gonzalez, the double machine continues. The legacy lives on. Gonzalez down the line and right. He was sliding to second with another double. I think that's his 5th of the series. This is a double machine. It's unbelievable how many doubles this guy is hitting. 6 doubles, they're telling me. As the play-by-play lets me know, answers my question. 6 of them. I don't know who player of the game was in game number 2. Maybe it was Gonzalez. Steelers by the Lake says, so tell us, why do you personally think the Steelers are switching right guard and right tackle in his victory formations? That's James Daniels, who's played left tackle as well. I think it's a big inside joke. I think they're having fun. I think they want to troll and just mess with Pat Meyer if he ever sees it. And Daniels is trying to play all the offensive lineman spots. I think that's the story. I would love to know the real answer. It's a lot of fun. It makes me laugh. And heel downs, always interesting to watch in Pittsburgh. All right, Gavin Sheets got to produce. Gavin Sheets 0 for 7. You know, I could have had Wilkins start over him as well, but we got to show some faith here in Gavin Sheets. Trying to bring in Gonzalez. 1-2 count, not looking great. Here's the pitch, and Sheets strikes out swinging. Just been a tough series for the DH, the first baseman, and here is Brock Wilken, who had a pinch hit strikeout in Game 2, trying him over James Wood, who was just not doing well. 0 for 9 with 6 strikeouts. And Wilken, who spent most of the year in AAA, we'll see what he can do here. 1-1 count, and Wilken hits that one sharply to third, but not past IKF, who's been really strong defensively. Gonzalez will have to hold. As Gallagher, the catcher, comes in. 2-2 count, and Gallagher strikes out off speed on the curve. And we remain scoreless. Bottom 2. Will Smith coming in, the catcher. The face of Vito. Here's the pitch. And check swing. Umpire rings him up. K number 3 for Avito will now face Bellinger. Full count. Shift is on. And loses him outside, and the control a bit of an issue. Steelers by the Lake says, if you could create your all-time Steelers Pirates roster, Steelers players playing baseball, who would you have and at what position? Man, that's such a good question. I have no idea. I really don't even have the capacity right now to think about what that would be. So that's a fun one to think about at a different time, but I really couldn't give you an answer that it would take too long for me to try to come up with something of substance for you, so I apologize. But thank you for asking, and thank you for being here. As Vita will face Arcia, the number 7 hitter. That one potentially trying to pick him off at first. As Bellinger, quick on it though, back to the bag, 1-1 count. Another full count, as Bellinger's going to run on that one, and he is going to steal as he ran on the full count. I can't believe Cody Bellinger just stole a base. He's 32 years old. I guess he's still got some wheels in his 30s, and so he will move into scoring position. 1 on, 2 out, I should say, for Jones, a center fielder, hitting 286. Freeman on deck. Another full count. The pitch count might be an issue as he strikes out Jones, but you worry about some of these pitch counts. The control not great for Oviedo. He's already at 34 pitches through 2 innings. I'm sorry, excuse me. That's the Dodgers pitcher. Oviedo's at 43 pitches, so even worse there. Quick look at our bullpen. Mears only used if we have to for the Dodgers. They have some guys who are good. It seems to be about 50-50. I'm not sure when Landon Knack pitched. I guess he pitched either starter. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But Pepiot will come in to face Kwan, who's moved down from the leadoff spot to the 9-hitter. 2-1 count. And Kwan hit pretty well to center-left. Center fielder going back at the track, and that one is caught at the track by Jones. Kwan gave it a ride. That wind blowing in, I think the wind is blowing in. Had it been blowing out, Kwan's probably circling the bases. But a loud out number 1 for Stephen Kwan. As Vivas will lead things off, 3-1 count. And he'll hit that to left, and that one will drop in. Vivas turns, thought about 2, but it'll be a long single. As Corbett Vivas' strong postseason continues. Great story for him after a tough regular season spent largely in the minors. Edwin Arroyo, great season, great postseason for him. 0 for 1 today. As Vivas, just as I sing the praises of Corbett Vivas, he gets picked off at first. They saw us do that to Bellinger, who got back. They do it here, and they erase Vivas. And so, gotta be careful. The out-of-the-park gods hear you sometimes. As Arroyo will hit that into right, drop at the feet. Who had had a really good spot had Vivas not been picked off, but instead it's a 2-out single for Reynolds. 1 for 1 today. Trying to come up large in Game 3. Gotta have one big game you'd like in this series. 2-2 count. And Reynolds to right, and that one will drop in as well. Arroyo's going to take third, and he will be safe. Runners at the corners, 2 outs for R.J. Schreck. Hitting .500 in the series, 0 for 1 today. A chance for the Pirates to have 5 hits to put a run in that left column, the most important column of all, the runs column. As Schreck trying to do something. 1-2 count, and Schreck hits that hard to second. Second baseman dives and makes the throw and the out. What a play by Jorge Polanco, as he has been, I would say, the best player of this series on either side. 2 home runs yesterday, just saved a run there. As Schreck is robbed by the great glove and defense, Jorge Polanco. We'll go bottom 3. Scoreless. Freddie Freeman, the 9-hitter, hitting .083 to face Oviedo. And that one dribbled too short. Arroyo has it, throws on to Wilkin. Route number 1. Now Mookie Betts stepping in. And Betts lofted into left. Arroyo just in the top of the grass there. Makes the catch. Route number 2. IKF coming in. 2-0 count. Hitters count. And that'll be hit pretty well to center. Reynolds will look at it and put the glove up for out number 3. Remaining scoreless in L.A. as Nick Gonzalez. 6 doubles. Unbelievable run Nick Gonzalez is having right now. First pitch swinging. And Gonzalez, no double here. There'll be a ground out to short. As Pepiot settling in here just a bit. Gavin Sheets looking for some runs, looking for something from Gavin Sheets, and that one poked into the air into shallow right, and that'll be caught by Betts. You have to wonder about Gavin Sheets going forward if he can't turn it around later today. Brock Wilkin coming in, 2-2 count, and he'll strike out, and you're just not getting the production from your DH man or your first baseman in this series. And so we'll go bottom 4, looking for the first run. And if there's a man who's going to provide it, odds are it's Jorge Polanco, who's 10 for 18 in the playoffs, 556 overall, 0 for 1 today. Full count, again, a veto. The full counts have been an issue, and he will finally lose somebody for the second walk of the day, and a costly one as Shohei Ohtani steps in. And you start getting a bad feeling about that stuff right about now. 0-2 to Ohtani. He strikes out swinging, and so a veto. I think it's the second time he's gotten him today on strikes. But now facing Will Smith. 1 out, 1 on. Runner's going to go. Polanco's going to try to steal, and a great throw by Cam Gallagher gets Polanco out. Gallagher's 2 for 3, throwing out runners this series, or 2 for 4. Bellinger got him earlier this game, but Gallagher would not be got twice, as the bases are empty for Smith. 2 outs and a 1-0 count. That one jammed him inside. Vivas has it, looks to make the throw, but has no play. And infield single for Will Smith. 65 pitches for Oviedo. You have to be worried about that. Bellinger stepping in. And Oviedo walks him on 4 straight pitches. And again, the walks, that one issue with Oviedo. Arcia coming in. Runners first and second, 2 out. And that one's going to get away. And so from bad to worse, I don't know if that, I think they're going to call that a wild pitch that went in the dirt. So now you have runners first and second. Bases were empty with 2 outs. Infield single and a 4-pitch walk, followed by what I presume is a wild pitch, who's now got the Dodgers threatening with only 1 hit. And so Oviedo trying to get out of it, facing Arcia. 2-0 count. And that one's going to be hit sharply to third. Vivas has it. He'll make the throw to first, and they will get Arcia by a step. And we remain scoreless, but did it the hard way, as Oviedo's pitch counts at 72 through 4. You wonder how much further he's going to go in this one. Cam Gallagher coming in, 250 in the series, 3-1 count. And that one's outside. Pepiot misses for the leadoff walk. Up to 74 pitches himself. Stephen Kwan stepping in. 3-1 count. Kwan with a good eye. And it's back-to-back walks. As the Pirates trying to do something here in this pivotal game number 3. Dodgers took game 1, Pirates took game 2. Who will take game number 3? Corbett Vivas, 1 for 2 today. Coming on strong. Big spot for him. 1-0 count as Vivas off speed. That one's the third baseman. IKF makes a diving play. How about the defense in this game by this Dodgers infield? We got Polanco robbing Shrek earlier in this game to save a run. And IKF runners advance, but getting Vivas out. What a brilliant defensive play by this Dodgers team, as their defense keeping them in this one. Edwin Arroyo stepping in, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Brian Reynolds on deck. Payoff pitch infield in. And Arroyo strikes out swinging, chasing that one. That one's costly, as Pepiot up to 89 pitches. Reynolds will come in. He's 2 for 2 today, hitting 300 for the series. A quiet start, a poor game 1. A huge spot here for Brian Reynolds. 1-0 count. Here is the pitch. And Reynolds hits this one to center. This one's going back. It has a chance. And clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Brian Reynolds, a 3-run shot. Look at this guy go. Unbelievable. What a swing by Brian Reynolds. 420. That one was crushed. And the Pirates up 3-0 behind the boos in this stunned Dodgers crowd. What a moment in Pirates postseason history. Still a lot of baseball to be played, but the perfect at-bat from Brian Reynolds. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. RJ Shrek coming in. Pepiot's going to stay in. I imagine the Dodgers bullpen just not ready in time here. So we'll see what Shrek can do. He's 0 for 2 today. 2-1 count. Shift is on. That one's hit well to right. Going back is the right fielder. Betts. That one is gone. Back-to-back jacks for the Pittsburgh Pirates. RJ Shrek, 381 to right. The shift doesn't matter if you put it in the seats, as that one landed in the bullpen. And it's 4-0 Pirates. Again, still a ton of baseball to be played. We know this Dodgers offense is potent and they can put up runs, and they have answered consistently in this series. But you have to tip of the cap to Reynolds and the Shrek. This is game number 3. It's tied at 1. Dodgers won game 1. Pirates won game 2. Dodgers took game 1 in extras. Pirates won in regulation. 9 innings, whatever you want to call it, in game number 2. So Pepiot staying in. Can't understand that one. Nick Gonzalez with the hot hand will come in 2-2 count. And he'll dribble that to third. IKF playing good defense. That'll be out number 3. But the Pirates, thanks to 2 home runs from Brian Reynolds and RJ Shrek back-to-back, are up 4-0 as Luis Avito will face Jones, Freeman, and Betts. As it's 2-2 count. And Jones will look at strike 3. On the changeup, 7 Ks. Luis Avito. Freddie Freeman coming in, 2-2 count. And he'll hit that to first. Wilkin, defensive play. Route number 2 unassisted. And Mookie Betts over 1 today. 1-2 count. And Betts hits to short. Arroyo on to Wilkin, and it's a quiet inning, a nice inning for Luis Avito, who is up to 87 pitches. Probably going to be it for him, as I'm going to have to start thinking about some of the bullpen decisions. Jason Foley was not great in game number 1. You're a little worried about that, to be honest. Alberto Guerrero was even worse in game number 1. So, who do you go to? Who do you turn to? You have Juanes and Charles, where's he at before? The Giants, the Cubs, the Mets. That's where he came from. You worry about some of that control issues, maybe just a little bit. Got Tyler Duffy as well. Probably going to get Duffy warmed up, see what he can do to start this one. As Gavin Sheets trying to break out of this slump. 0 for 9. Don't want to make this over 10. I don't know how their pitcher's still in this game. You have to take this guy out. He's had 100 pitches. He's gotten crushed this last inning. I mean, the Dodgers might be trying to save the bullpen a little bit, but not the time to do it, as it's 2-2 to Sheets. Got to take advantage of this. You think Gavin Sheets has to do it, but a dribbler to second puts it in play, but Gavin Sheets has gone ice cold in this series. New pitcher finally comes in. It's Pierce Johnson. He's going to be the righty. 3.08 ERA. Had a good regular season. Face Wilkin. 1-2 count. Don't know what to do with that first base DH situation. Not looking good, as it's just been a black hole. A lot of strikeouts as Wilkin looks at strike 3. Now Cam Gallagher's in to face Johnson. And Gallagher to IKF, who bobbles it. Had that great defensive play earlier to Rob Bivas, and then has the error there. Can Pittsburgh capitalize? And Stephen Kwan will step in. Tyler Duffy warming in the pen. Top 6 Pirates lead 4-0. Runner on first, 2 out. As Kwan hits that sharply to third, IKF has it this time. Makes a throw to second, so atones for the error. And the Pirates get nothing. We go bottom 6. Avito. Don't think he should stay in. I'm gonna bring in Tyler Duffy. See what he can do to face their 2, 3, 4 hitters. So close the book on Avito. Nice job by him. As Duffy will come in. Bottom 6. And that one's hit well to the gap, and that's going to be extra bases. And so you wonder about the decision-making there. It's potentially 3, and IKF's going to go into third. So make everyone forget about that error with a leadoff triple into that big gap in that LA outfield. And they got their big hitters in Polanco and Ohtani. 2-2. And Polanco, a deep shot to left. That one going back, and that one's gone. Jorge Polanco cannot be stopped. And this score has been halved. 4-2. Man, you just wonder, should Oviedo had stayed in there? And the Dodgers, just like that, 2 batters make it 4-2. Man, Ohtani. So there's just a relentless part of the order here. 1-2 from Duffy. Polanco has just been amazing. Ohtani struggled, has just struck out here swinging. And Will Smith will come in. Mentioned earlier that through all the Jubilee, the Dodgers have a great offense, and they can really get after it. As Will Smith will draw the walk, and Duffy is really laboring right now, and you have to wonder how much longer he's going to going to get to go here. Jason Foley's going to move around for the Pirates as Bellinger comes in as the tying run. Shift is on. Bellinger to right. That one's going back to the wall, and that is going to be Shrek actually at the track. That one had a bit of carry again. Wind blowing in probably helped that one. And it's allowed out number 2 as Arcia comes in as Duffy trying to limit the damage here. Full count. Runner's going to go. That one slapped up the middle. Will the runner take third? He will. Reynolds, no throw. And the runners are on the corners for Jones, as Duffy has struggled mightily here out of the pen. Jahmai Jones staying in. We'll visit the mound. We're going to bring in Jason Foley. Duffy says he's okay, but too big of a spot here. Foley did not have a great first outing, but a big chance here. 1-0 count to Jones. Here's the pitch. And this one dribbled to short. Arroyo has it. Oh, and it's a bobble to second. Oh, the throw is off by Arroyo. It's an error, and a critical one at that. And it's 4-3. Arroyo, so good defensively. You could hear the frustration and the pain in my voice as that play was made or misplayed. And now Freddie Freeman a chance to tie it. How much is that one going to haunt this Pirates team? Here's Freeman. The pitch hit to right. This one going back and caught by Gonzalez. But the Dodgers get 3. It shouldn't have been more than 2. But the error is extremely costly in a very crucial game number 3. You just have to wonder about that one. As Jason Foley, 3 pitches, and unfortunately just the error really hurt. Caleb Ferguson will come in. Saw him in game number 2. And this game's gotten tight again. 4-3, top 7. Pittsburgh could really use some extra insurance. 2-2 to Vivas. Bringing in the lefty here. A smart move by the Dodgers as Vivas strikes out. Looking. Arroyo trying to make up for the error. Will come in, 0-2 count. And he strikes out, swinging, gotten more cold at the plate. That error is probably weighing on his mind right now. Chin up, Arroyo. Got to move past this one. Brian Reynolds, a big 3-run home run, the last at bat. 3 for 3 today. 1-2 count. And Reynolds ropes that one to left. That's going to be extra bases for Brian Reynolds as his hot game continues. A 2-out double. And the Pirates trying to add more runs. That one just staying in fair territory. R.J. Shrek, the home run last at bat. Again, poor against lefties, but had that home run in game number 2, I believe, off of Ferguson, a lefty. And so we're certainly going to keep him in here as we consider some bullpen options. We'll have to see what happens. So R.J. Shrek will try to do something. 2-2 count, and Shrek off speed, strikes out swinging on the curveball. And so it remains 4-3 going. Bottom 7, Jason Foley will stay in for the Pirates. Big spot here. Here's Mookie Betts 0 for 2 today. 0-1 count. And Betts hits that to third. Vivas has it to throw onto first. Wilkin makes the grab for out number 1. But the Dodgers are always going to be one swing away from tying this game up. IKF coming in 1 for 3 today. Had some great defensive plays, some poor defensive plays. 1-2 count. Here's Foley. He'll strike out. IKF swinging. Now Jorge Polanco, the man of the hour. 3 home runs, hitting .579. Check out that OPS of 1.758. Unbelievable what Jorge Polanco has done. And you got to get him out here. 2 outs, bases empty. Pirates up a run. 0-2 count. The pitch from Foley. He struck him out, swinging on the sinker. And we'll go. Top 8, Pirates clinging to that 1-run lead. Close the book, I think, on Jason Foley, as we're going to bring Andrew Schultz in against this heart of this order with Ohtani, Smith, and Bellinger. As Nick Gonzalez, his OPS, not as good as Polanco, does not have the home runs, but a 1.636 OPS. That'll do. That will do. 1 for 3 today. That was a double against Ferguson. 1-2 count. And Gonzalez, dribbler to first. A throw on to Ferguson from Freeman. Nice job by Freeman. Route number 1. Now Gavin Sheets You keep James, or do you go to James Wood? Do you keep Gavin Sheets in? And that's going to be the question here. Wood did not do well, I don't think, this year against lefties, and he's not been good this postseason either. That's why he's benched. He's hitting 196. We're going to roll with Gavin Sheets for now. So Sheets, 1-0 count facing Ferguson, and that one's popped up. We will call for it. It will be the third baseman, IKF, for out number 2. All right, Brock Wilken, see what he can do. It's been a tough day for him. He's 0-3, 0-4 in the series. Pinch hit strikeout in game number 2. 1-2 count from Ferguson. And Wilken hit pretty well to center. He's good against lefties, but Jones has a read on it and makes the catch. We'll go bottom 8, Pirates up by a run. Oh, what do we do here? You got Foley. He's doing all right. You try to extend him out a little bit. Or do you go to Andrew Schultz right away? That is going to be the question here. Extreme ground ball. This one's tough because Jason Foley's extreme ground ball with high movement against Ohtani. I'm going to leave him in, and we're gonna take it from there. So we'll see what Foley can do against Ohtani in this critical game 3. Series tied at 1. Pirates up just 1 run. Full count, payoff pitch to Ohtani from Foley, and that is going to be a walk. And that's not what you want there, as we will bring in Andrew Schultz to face Will Smith in a huge spot here. Smith 1 for 2 today, tying run at first for the Dodgers. Full count again. Here's the pitch from Schultz. That one strikes him out, swinging on the fastball, 99 miles an hour. And that's Bellinger coming in. He's 0 for 1 today. 1-2 count. The pitch from Schultz. That one struck him out off speed. Went fastball to Smith, curveball to Bellinger. 2 Ks. And now facing Arcia. 1 for 3, hitting 263 in this series. 2 out, tying run at first. That's Ohtani. 1-0 count. Ohtani's going to run. The throw from Gallagher. That's a strong throw. And Cam Gallagher guns out Ohtani. An aggressive play by the Dodgers will go top 9. Pirates up a run. As Caleb Ferguson remains in, 13 pitches for Schultz. He will stay in to pitch the 9th. As the Pirates look for insurance, Gallagher staying in with that great arm, throwing out runners left and right. Ferguson remaining in. Again, questionable decision there. 2-0 count for Gallagher. That one's dribbled back to Gallagher. Makes a throw to Freeman for out number 1. New pitcher finally coming in. It's Emmanuel Clace, who we saw briefly in game number 1. He threw an inning of scoreless ball to face Stephen Kwan. Have to consider defensive replacements as well for the bottom of the 9th. Hopefully will not forget that. Kwan coming to bat. Here is Clace with the pitch. And Kwan, a dribbler. That one misplayed, though, by the shortstop throw, not in time. And Arcia with an error. And do you consider running? Decent hold runner rating here. I think you have to consider stealing, though, and try to get that extra run just because of how important it is. Will Smith does not have a great arm overall. We're going to try the hit and run. Vivas at the plate. Pirates up a run. As Vivas pushes that one through the middle, as Kwan will go to third. He will stand up at third, and so the hit and run works. Runners at the corners, 1 out. As Arroyo comes in, he's been pretty quiet today. Does have a hit. Brian Reynolds on deck. Of course, you have to stay out of the double play. That's going to be the most important thing. Betts has already thrown out 1 runner in this series in right. You got Bellinger in left and Jones in center. What can Arroyo do against Clace? Huge moment of this game. Runners on the corners, 1 out. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And Arroyo back up the middle. That's going to score Kwan. Get that insurance in, as we're going to hold. We're going to hold Vivas. Not going to try to take third there. Vivas does not have the speed. And a critical insurance run by Edwin Arroyo, who had that error earlier that cost us a run. He gets it back. So we're all squared away with him, the youngster, 24 years old, staying mentally tough with a critical at-bat here in the top of the 9th. Brian Reynolds with a home run today. He's 4 for 4. What do you do with Brian Reynolds? That's going to be the question for LA. As Clace, a very good reliever, but allowing a couple of hits. 3-2 to Reynolds. And Reynolds hits that to first. Runner first, the step on first. That's Freeman stepping on first. A throw to second, not in time. I'm a little nervous here. You probably can't tell. And so Reynolds will advance to runners. RJ Schreck comes in. 2 out, 2 on. Pirates up 2, top 9. Vivas at third, Arroyo at second. Schreck 1 for 4 with a home run today. Went back-to-back behind Reynolds for the biggest moments of this game. Here's the pitch. 1-2 to Schreck. And Schreck will hit that to second. That one will not get past the second baseman Polanco. Strong defensively. Pirates get a run. Could not get more. And we go bottom 9. It's 5-3. Schultz will stay in. He'll face Arcia, Jones, and Freeman. 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Will there be any pinch hits? We'll have to see. Here is Schultz to Arcia. 2-2 count. I didn't make any defensive replacements, and that one is down the line and right. And that one's going to be to the wall, and a leadoff double for Arcia. It wouldn't have mattered what second baseman I put in there, as now I will do it, regrettably, as Gonzalez, though, is coming up. I'm going to have Sanchez come in and play third. As you think about the bullpen a little bit here, and what you might do, Schultz maybe a little tired right now. Going to get some lefties and some righties going. You like Juanis and Charles too, but you just wonder about some of the control issues. I'll get Charles warmed up though, along with Bentley. Jones, he's 0 for 3. Freeman on deck. 2-2 count. That one's hit to second. That's Gonzalez making the throw as he stays in, as opposed to Sanchez coming in. Sanchez goes to third. Arcia moves to third. Now Freeman's in. 1 out. Runner on third. Pirates up 5-3. This one's getting interesting here in Dodger Stadium. Again, game number 3, series tied at 1. Freeman 0 for 3, 1 for 15 in the playoffs. But he is a veteran, and you cannot count him out. Here's the first pitch. That one's hit to first. Wilkin has it. Runner will have to hold. So Arcia has to stay on the bag. And Mookie Betts comes in. Can he play hero? My goodness, what a moment here in MLB postseason baseball in 2027. It's Schultz facing Betts. 5-3 is the score. Winner here takes the series lead 2-1. Let's get ready and go. 3-2 count. Payoff pitch from Schultz. He strikes out Mookie Betts, and the Pirates take game 3, 5-3. They lead the series 2-1, 1 game away from the NLCS. Wow, what a win for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They can get 5-3 over the LA Dodgers. Pirates 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Dodgers 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Pretty sloppy game overall in this one for both sides. What a win, though, for the Pirates is all that matters. Vivas, Arroyo, doing well. Reynolds, got to be player of the game, you'd have to think. RJ Schreck with the home run. Nothing from the bottom of the order. We have to talk about the bottom of the order here for the Pittsburgh Pirates, but man, what a scrappy team. Oviedo, fantastic as well. His first postseason game, 5 innings, 1 hit, 3 walks, struck out 7. Duffy struggled. Foley got in some trouble. Schultz got in a bit of trouble as well, but worked his way out of it. And the Pirates win this game. For the Dodgers, Pepiot had some issues. Decent start, but got into trouble. Bullpen did a nice job, but Pirates got their runs. Brian Reynolds is player of the game, which you would expect. And they lead this series 2-1. So let me go ahead and save the game here. I know it's getting a bit late. Been streaming for 2 hours now. But, man, you have to love playoff baseball. So we'll see what happens in Game 4. We'll see what changes to make, what changes the Dodgers could make. It appears we'll be facing Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani will be on the hill in this game. You thought you might see it earlier. Is Cruz ready? He is not ready. I'm still on today, though, so I will advance today, but he will not be ready by tomorrow. So let's just check the playoff coverage here briefly. Atlanta's over the Mets right now. The Mets may be Metsing it up 2-1, and we're all knotted one apiece with the Guardians and Orioles and Astros and Red Sox. So we'll get ready here and go to game number 4. It'll be Davis Martin, our trade deadline acquisition from Oakland, who was fantastic at 8 starts for us, 7 decisions, went 4-3. More importantly, a 2.76 ERA and a 1.57 ERA plus. To face Ohtani. Now the question is what we do with our lineup, because we're getting nothing out of James Wood, we're getting nothing out of Brock Wilken, and nothing from Gavin Sheets. And so you really have some questions there. Not a lot of options, though, is the concern, is the conundrum of it all. So their lineup appears to be unchanged. Freeman staying in at first. And for us, I'm going to go back to James Wood at DH. You kind of wonder about this one. I think Sheets has to stay in. Wilken against we facing a righty? Is Ohtani a righty or a lefty? He's a righty. Yeah, he throws right, he bats left. So that was kind of the reason to have Wilken here. You kind of think about, should I have gone with somebody else? Tatsuri Nageshi, somebody that was a bit more proven at the MLB level. Barton Sanchez, not going to turn to them. Now, how do you arrange this thing is probably a better question. I'm going to keep Vivas in the leadoff spot, move Kwan to the number 9 hole. I'll have Gallagher above Sheets. It's a lot of lefties, though. It's a lot of lefties no matter what I do here. So that's a concern. If we get some lefties and they bring in Ferguson or whatever, then maybe Wilken can come back in. But, it's a little... The lineup's not looking ideal, but we're just going to have to roll with it. Schultz is pretty tired. Duffy's pretty tired. Mears, though, should be good. Good enough, we'll call it. And we'll kind of go from there. So let's get ready for game number 4. Pirates win this one. They win the series. If not, we'll go to a game 5 if the Dodgers take game number 4. And so let's go to Dodger Stadium for game number 4. All right, Pirates leading off here. It'll be Corbett Vivas facing Shohei Ohtani. See him as a hitter, see him as a pitcher. The stats right here. Incredible stuff, obviously. I really am surprised they are waiting until game number 4. But that's their choice. Everything else looks the same. And so we'll get ready as Vivas will have a full count to start this one off. As Ohtani looks into the catcher, Will Smith. And we'll get ready for our first pitch. I don't know what the weather is. I didn't check that. I keep forgetting. As Vivas will fly out to the left fielder Bellinger in game 1. Now Arroyo coming in. Another full count, so getting that pitch count up. And Arroyo draws the walk. So already 15 pitches on 2 batters for Ohtani. As a quick look at the bullpens for Pittsburgh, as we showed, Schultz the guy to watch here. Duffy probably weren't going to turn to him anyway. In their bullpen, there's a lot of people in here. I'm not sure how they're doing this, but okay. Hernandez will probably see. Haven't seen Luke Jackson this year. This series, probably see him. Pierce Johnson could be an option as well, and so we'll have to wait and see. Brian Reynolds, hero of game number 3, will step in to face Ohtani. 1 out, 1 on. Shift is on 0-2 count. Reynolds jammed inside. This one hit the center field. Jones barely has to move. He'll make the catch. Route number 2 now facing Shrek as Ohtani's trying to be a bit more efficient. Shift on again, and Shrek hit this one to short, and is there a play? And there is. Tough play there. Nice job by Arcia, and we'll go bottom first. Not sure who's left, who's still here in the stream. I know it's been a long one, and it's getting pretty late, but thank you for those who are here. For those who are here, if you have not happened to like the stream, I really appreciate you hitting that like button to try to get this out to a bit more of a wider crowd. All right, Davis Martin coming in, has not pitched in a while, and so you kind of worry about some of the rust. Has not pitched since the 21st. I think that was game 162 of the regular season. So it's been a while, and you're worried about that, but I think Ohtani's, well, I don't know what Ohtani's done. But anyway, let's get started here. Davis Martin, acquired from Oakland. or I think a prospect, a starting pitcher, one of our number 18 prospect, as that one's going to hit him. I think we had, I think a veto hit somebody, that's maybe in the first game, the last game. Steeler fan 1933 is still here, so thank you so much, appreciate that. IKF in. As Martin's trying to work around that. Gallagher will try to make the throw, and that one not in time. And so Gallagher's done well throwing guys out, but Betts has been aggressive, and he'll steal. And that's his second stolen base. As Vortex Sports still here as well, so that's 2 out of 3. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't do this too often, but it's just something fun to do with the Pirates in the playoffs. 2-2 count to IKF. That one's hit to short. Betts be aggressive and run on that, and he will move over. Typically, you don't see guys run when it's hit to the shortstop or third baseman if they're on second, but Betts able to make the calculated play. And so the Dodgers have a run 90 feet away, 1 out with Jorge Polanco, who's been as hot can be, as Martin will have to try to figure him out. Here's the pitch, and this one hits shallow right. Shrek coming in. The arm is not great. Will Betts test it? Betts coming in, and this one's a close play, and he is out. He is out. What a play by RJ Shrek. And that'll be a double play the unconventional way. Shrek throwing out the very aggressive Mookie Betts as he wants to try to make a play, but it costs him. We'll go top 2, still scoreless for Nick Gonzalez. The double machine of the series. 1-2 count, though. And he'll strike out swinging on the curveball. Rapani. The pitch count's been a bit of an issue, but settling in. James Wood's a guy that has to step up. He's hitless in this series, 0 for 9 with a ton of strikeouts. Shift on 2-1 count. That one hit into the shift. Freeman has it. Route number 2. And now Gavin Sheets 0 for 11. So maybe I shouldn't have had Wood and Sheets back-to-back with the lefty combination, but what are you going to do? Full count. Someone's going to make a play here, and it won't be Sheets as he strikes out. As the Pirates getting nothing from those positions. Maybe you go Yolbert Sanchez at one point and have him just hit. I don't know. Davis Martin facing Ohtani, 10-pitch first inning. Here's Ohtani, who's hit this to first. Wood has it, and is playing some good defense at least. As Ohtani's been relatively quiet with the bat, but he can be loud here at any moment. Will Smith coming in. He's 5 for 18 in the playoffs. 2-2. Here's the windup and pitch, and Smith hits this one to right, and Shrek cannot grab it. It'll be a 1-out single for Smith. Bellinger coming in. 0-2 count, shift on, and Bellinger strikes out swinging on the slider at 86. Arcia in 1-2 count. Had a double in the 9th of the last game, but he strikes out there. And no appeal as the umpire rings him up. We'll go top 3. Still scoreless. Dodgers with the hit. Pirates looking for their first. And Cam Gallagher will try to be that man for Pittsburgh. 1-2 count. He strikes out that one inside on the slider as Gallagher misread it. And Ohtani is up to 3 Ks so far, 9 on the playoff year. Stephen Kwan coming in, 0-1 count, doesn't strike out often, hits this one to left, but a nice job by the veteran Bellinger to grab it, and that'll bring up Corbett Vivas, 2-0 count. And this one dribbled, the shortstop coming in. Does he have a play? He will. Nice strong play by Orlando Arcia. And the Pirates go 1-2-3. We'll go bottom 3. Facing Jones, their center fielder, 2-1 count. And Jones hits this one hard past the second baseman Gonzalez, whose range is limited. It's a leadoff single. It's getting late for Jahmai Jones. Freddie Freeman comes in, 1 for 16 in the postseason. 2-1 count. Bunt attempt here. Nice bunt attempt by Freeman. The throw on to first gets him, but the bunt does its job. And Jones advances to second. So some small ball from the big man, Freddie Freeman. Mookie Betts, who had a walk, I believe. They actually got hit by a pitch to start this game and then got thrown out at home in the first inning. Will step in, hitting just 182 in the playoffs. But again, a dangerous guy overall. Full count payoff pitch. And that one outside corner. They call the strike. Nice job by Gallagher. And now IKF steps in. Runner on second. 2 outs. Dodgers 2 hits, scoreless game, bottom 3. Pirates up 2-1 in this series. This best of 5. Here's the pitch from Martin. 1-2 IKF. Strikes out swinging. 92. Looks like he chased that one. And Davis Martin. Scoreless through 3. So is Shohei Ohtani. As we go top 4 with Arroyo, Reynolds, and Shrek. 1-2 to Arroyo. This one lofted the center. Jones moving over and makes the catch. Route number 1. Brian Reynolds stepping in. That great game yesterday. Shift on like it's always been. This one hit into the shift. And there's 2 away for RJ Shrek. No shift. Oh, there's a shift here. I apologize. A shift here, but it does not matter as Ohtani is feeling it. He's in the groove. Shrek goes down swinging as Polanco. Jorge Polanco 0 for 1, but the hottest bat in this series right now. Two-Face Martin. 1-2 count. The pitch. He strikes out swinging on the fastball. Strikeout number 5 for Davis Martin. 3-0 count. Ohtani will walk on 4 pitches. So Ohtani gets on base. Will he look to steal? We'll have to see. Will Smith coming in. 1-0 count. There goes Ohtani. And Gallagher, that throw not in time. And you wondered if they were going to be aggressive. Betts was earlier. And Ohtani swipes second. Now Will Smith trying to drive him in. Heading to count 2-0. Make it 3-1. That one inside. And Martin loses him. As Bellinger steps in. A big chance for the Dodgers to get the first runs of this game. Here's Bellinger facing Martin. 1-0 count. That one's going to get away from Gallagher. Both runners will advance. And that's not what you want to see. And it's a 2-0 count. As there may be some long relief conversations here. Trey McGow moving around. Now still facing Bellinger. 2-0 count. Big spot here. And Bellinger hits this one well. Going back is Shrek towards the wall. He makes the catch. Ohtani will tag and score. And the Dodgers have a 1-0 lead. Can Martin limit the damage? He'll face Arcia with Jones on deck. Arcia 0 for 1 today. 286 average in the playoffs. 0-1 count. And that one's going to get past... Oh, man. A wild pitch. Martin is feeling wild right now. As he's got to get under control here. Will Smith moves from second to third. And Arcia trying to drive the run in. 2-1 count. That one's hit to short. Arroyo has it. Throw on to first. Wood gloves it. But the Dodgers get the run on the sac fly. And you wonder about Davis Martin losing some of that control there. You may bring in a guy like Trey McGow. You have to definitely consider that. We'll decide here in a little bit. Nick Gonzalez will come in, hitting .462 this series. No home runs, though. Trying to get one. Be a good time for it. But Ohtani's a tough opponent. 3-0 count. Red light on for Gonzalez, who looks at ball 4. Well, a good start here, but this is where the guys have to step up. James Wood, Gavin Sheets. Combined, I believe they're 0 for 20. That is certainly the last thing you want, Wood. Trying to connect here. 2-2 count from Ohtani. The pitch. And Wood looks at strike number 3. Just getting nothing. Just frustrating to see. Gavin Sheets stepping in. 0-1 count. And Sheets hits that pass to second baseman. The first hit for Gavin Sheets. Gonzalez will hold. Betts' arm is too strong. But runners on first and second as Sheets finally gets off the schneid. Gonna bring in Cam Gallagher. Hitting just 182 this series. We'll see what he can do. Steven Kwan's on deck. 3-1 count. Gallagher ropes that one into left. Gonzalez will round third. And we are going to send the runner, Gonzalez, to the plate. The throw is not in time. And the Pirates tie the game thanks to the veteran catcher, Cam Gallagher. Gallagher driving in Gonzalez, who came home from second just ahead of Bellinger's throw. And we are tied at 1. Not sure what to do, though, when it comes to some of these pitchers. That is going to be definitely a big question here. Steven Kwan steps in, trying to add to the Pirates' total. Runners on first and second. Gallagher nor Sheets have great speed. Full count payoff pitch. This one hit well past a diving Freeman. and the runner is going to come in. That's going to be Sheets rounding home, and he is going to stand up as the Pirates take the lead on the Steven Kwan single. Back-to-back singles give the Pirates a 2-1 advantage over the Dodgers. As Ohtani's at 77 pitches, Vivas comes in. Gallagher at second, Kwan on first. Top 5, 1 out, 2 on. Here's Vivas, 2-0 count. Vivas to short, and that one is going to be a double play, and the Dodgers needed that one, but the Pirates get 2 and lead it 2-1. As Will Davis Martin stay in, we're going to give him a chance to face Jones, Freeman, and then Betts. The question is, do you do something with maybe a Denny Bentley? Maybe not in time there, but Jones, 3-1 count, and he'll hit that to short. Arroyo has it for a line out, and out number 1. He sat McGow down because he was tired, so that makes sense there. Martin to face Freeman, 1-2 count. And Freeman hits that to second. Gonzalez, nice job by him to have the range to grab it and throw on to Wood for out number 2. Now facing Betts, who is 0 for 1 today, but it's been hit by a pitch and stole a base. Also been thrown out at home by Shrek early in this game. 3-0 count. Martin loses Betts, and you have to think that's probably about it for Davis Martin. As the question is, do you want to go with McGow? Do you want to go with Denny Bentley? Which guy would you rather have right now? Gonna go roll the dice. Let me just check here the how McGow did against righties. Not terribly, 252. Bentley against righties, 278. Yeah, you really kind of go back and forth on that one, to be honest with you there. Let's see what he can do. IKF doesn't strike out much. Yeah, I'm really debating on this one. I don't know. McGow has not pitched in a while, and you kind of worry about that a little bit. My gut says Bentley. We're going to go Bentley. As Denny Bentley will come in to face IKF. 2 outs. Runner on first. Pirates up by a run. 0-1 count. Betts is going to go again. I should have known Betts was going to run. He's going to steal. I should have had a better game plan against that. That's frustrating. But we're back to it here. As it's 1-2, Bentley looks into Gallagher. And he strikes him out swinging. So Betts can steal all he wants. It doesn't matter if the run can't be pushed across by a hit. And a great job there by Denny Bentley. And we'll see what he can do in the bottom of the 6th as I try to game plan this one out a little bit. As you have Mears, you have Guerrero, but he struggled in that game number 1. Andrew Schultz, generally unavailable in this game. Tyler Duffy, unavailable-ish, and did not pitch all that well. So I think you may stick with Bentley. Also, Wanderson Charles is an option. But we'll get to that here in a little bit. Charles, I believe, is a righty. I'm going to get Charles warming in case what I decide later. Anyway, top 6, 2-1. Arroyo trying to push something across. And he'll hit that pretty well to left. Bellinger going back near the track. And he'll catch that just in front of the track. Route number 1. Ohtani at 82 pitches. Reynolds coming in. I assume the shift will be on again. Yes, there's the shift. Full count, payoff pitch. And Reynolds checked the swing, but they call strike 3 anyway. And now Shrek will come in. 1-1 count. And Shrek pokes this to right center. The right fielder has it. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. Wow, Mookie Betts dropped it. It'll be a costly error, as that's going to be it for Ohtani as a pitcher. As we talked about this before the game, we assumed we would see Darwinzon Hernandez today, who pitched in game number 1. One batter, 1 strikeout, a flamethrower, if there ever was one. Nick Gonzalez coming in. As the error by Mookie Betts, can Pittsburgh do something with it? Here's Gonzalez. First pitch swinging, it appears. And Gonzalez dribbles to second. And the throw on to first for the out. And so the error by Betts does not cost the Dodgers too much. Bentley, will he stay in? I think we're going to leave Denny Bentley in to face Polanco. 0 for 2 today. The average down, quote-unquote, down to 500. But still pretty ridiculous. 2-1, bottom 6. Pirates lead 2-1 in the scoreboard and in the series. In this best-of-5 series. And Zachary Denardi says, let's go. Yeah, rooting us on. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. Here is Bentley, 1-0 to Polanco. That one's hit well to left. Coming in to make the catch is Stephen Kwan. And now Bentley will get the lefty-on-lefty matchup against Shohei Ohtani. Full count payoff pitch. And Ohtani lifts that into right. Trek moving over to his right. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. Again, Ohtani's day done as a pitcher, but still in as the DH, the Ohtani rule. Will Smith, the catcher, will come in 1 for 1 today. 0-2 count. And he'll strike out swinging. And so a couple of great innings of work for Denny Bentley. As we'll sit Charles down. James Wood will come in to face the lefty. Do I want to leave him in? I know that Wilkin has been better against lefties. I'm going to stick with Wood. I don't know. We're just going to stick with somebody and hope that the law of numbers catches up and they do something with it. In terms of pitchers, I should think about that. Bentley's throwing 15 pitches. It's probably going to be it for him. We're talking bottom 7. Yeah, it's a good question there in terms of what I want to do. You have Charles. The control's a little lackluster, and you do worry about that when it's a one-run game. If it was more than one-run game, you feel better about the situation where a walk wouldn't kill you. As Zachary says, never seen this game before. This is a fascinating stream. Thank you, Zachary. Yeah, this is Out of the Park 23. It's a sim-based game. It's like Football Manager and soccer, but baseball, obviously. And it's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being here. As we're going to get... Who will we get going here? I think Nick Mears is going to probably start to warm up for us. Maybe Charles. You just kind of worry about some of the control type stuff. But anyway, let's go back to action here. Top 7 Pirates up a run. James Wood facing Hernandez. 0-2 count. Shift is on. And Wood just can't do anything today. As there's going to be some guys on Twitter yelling at me for my usage here of Gavin Sheets, who at least has a hit today, and certainly of James Wood, but just not a lot of options. Gavin Sheets coming in, 0-2 count against Hernandez, who's a just flamethrower. This one will skip past the first baseman Freeman, whose defense is not great. Sheets will turn and dig for 2, and he'll be in with a double. And so Gavin Sheets breaking out today, and that is a one-out double for him. As Freeman, not great defense at first, and Sheets beats the throw by Betts. Gallagher coming in. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. I think that was a single today that I want to say brought in. I don't even remember who it brought in at this point. Gonzalez, maybe. Everything's kind of coming together as Gallagher facing Hernandez. 2-2 count. And Gallagher strikes out that one inside fastball to bring up Stephen Kwan with Sheets at second. 2-2 as Kwan strikes out as well. And so Sheets double does little. As does Bentley staying against the lefty. He's only thrown 15 pitches. Now, do you push it is kind of the question, but those numbers look pretty strong. We're going to leave Bentley in. See what he can do. 0-2 to Bellinger. And Bellinger strikes out swinging on the slider. So that is good quality work. It's high quality H2O for Denny Bentley as we're going to bring in Nick Mears to face Orlando Arcia. And it's 1-1. Mears, a lot of action in the postseason. And Arcia hits that one to second. Gonzalez has it to throw on the first for out number 2. And Jahmai Jones, 2 outs. Base is empty for him. He's got a hit today. 0-2. And Jones strikes out swinging again on the fastball. High heat at 95 miles per hour. And Nick Mears, just 7 pitches, and so that's encouraging. Question is, what do? You're facing Freeman, Betts, and IKF here in the bottom of the 8th. You really certainly consider your options there, as Jason Foley has not been sterling in this series, but you try to maybe cobble something together the best that you can. Andrew Schultz threw 31 pitches yesterday, but no reservations, no hesitations, I think is the idea here. As I think Foley will get warmed up. We'll see what happens here, but we'll bring in Corbett Vivas to face Hernandez, who remains in for the Dodgers. 1-2 count. And Vivas lifts that to shallow right. Betts. No error this time. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Now Arroyo coming in. 2-2 count. And that one strikes out. Arroyo, that's 4 for Hernandez as he gets near the end of his line, but Reynolds coming in. 2-2 count. And he'll strike out as well. So Hernandez, a very nice job out of the pen for LA. We'll go bottom 8. Pirates up 2-1, both in score and in series in this best of 5. Dodgers know what they have to do. It'll be Freeman, Betts, and IKF. Nick Mears staying on the hill. Jason Foley in the pen. And will the Pirates use Andrew Schultz? Their closer, who had 31 pitches yesterday, and it appears Andrew Schultz is moving around. Now Mears and Freeman take it one batter at a time. 2-2 to Freeman. Here's the pitch from Mears. He strikes out Freeman, who has struggled mightily in this series, 1 for 18. That'll bring up Mookie Betts, who's 0 for 1 today. Was hit by a pitch, stole a base, been thrown out from home, had an error. He's done everything. And he gave the Dodgers a chance. Full count. Here's the pitch. This one jammed him inside to throw onto first. It's a nice one from Arroyo to Wood. And there's 2 down. As Nick Mears will stay in to face IKF. Another full count. This one hit to short. Arroyo has it. Strong throw, and he makes the play to Wood. Edwin Arroyo, good play in the hole. And it's 2-1 as we go top 9. That's going to be it for Nick Mears. As I decide what to do, Jason Foley sits down. Andrew Schultz is going to be the man in the bottom of the 9th to face their guys, Polanco, Ohtani, and Will Smith. It's going to be a heck of a chance. Insurance runs would be critical. RJ Schreck stepping in. New pitcher we saw earlier in the series, Michael Hobbs. That was in Game 1. He went 1 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 3. Shift is on for Schreck, who is 0 for 3 today, but hitting .353 with a pair of home runs in the series. Pirates up 2-1, top 9. As Schreck hits this one to center, Jones near him, a couple steps to his right, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Now Gonzalez coming in, red hot in the series, quiet today, 0 for 2, believe he has a walk. Gonzalez steps in, 2-2 count. He strikes out inside there on the changeup. And James Wood, 0 for 3, yet they record a hit this series. He's 0 for 12. As Vortex Sports says accurately, it's like a Steelers game, never easy, never good on the blood pressure, and you are 100% right about that. James Wood coming in to face Hobbs. 0-2 count, falls behind again, and Wood is just useless at the plate. But we go bottom 9, Mears out of gas, and we're going to turn to Andrew Schultz to face Polanco, Ohtani, and Will Smith. Schultz in, wants some potential insurance behind. I think Foley's good though. And the Pirates, 3 outs away, but a 1-run margin is not a comfortable lead when you're facing the heart of the order. Polanco, 0 for 3 today, but has been absolutely on fire this playoffs and this series here in the NLDS. Pirates hold the score lead 2-1, hold the series lead 2-1 in this best of 5. If the Dodgers win, we'll play Game 5. If the Pirates win, they will advance to the NLCS to play the winner of the Braves or the Mets. The Braves were up 2-1 in the series the last that I checked. We will not check again. Polanco stepping in to face Schultz. 0-1 count. I forgot defensive replacements again. I keep forgetting defensive replacements. Here's the pitch. And that one hit well to right, and Schreck is not going to make the catch. Polanco will hold for a long single. Oh, man. And they're not going to make this one easy as the tying runs on first. I got to figure out a defensive replacement here. I'm bringing Sanchez in for Gonzalez. Oh boy. Schultz facing Ohtani. Jason Foley starting to move. Ohtani just 190. But you just wonder, at what point will he remind you he is Shohei Ohtani? Here we go. Runner on first, nobody out. Full count. Here's the pitch. And Ohtani hits that to second. And that's a diving play by Sanchez, just brought in as a defensive replacement. I guarantee you Nick Gonzalez does not make that play, and that's a single into right field. What a play by Yolbert Sanchez. As Pittsburgh using everybody to try to gain an edge here. As Schultz tiring a bit, already at 9 pitches, that stamina going down. Facing Will Smith, the catcher, 1 for 2 today, hitting 300 in the playoffs. Polanco at first. Can he steal? He's a steal concern. The Dodgers have been aggressive on the base paths today. Here's the pitch from Schultz. 3-1 count, and he walks Will Smith. And you just wonder how much gas Schultz has left right now. You just have to wonder, has he been overused? But there's really no time to get a lefty in there. Do you go with Foley? Do you stick with Schultz? That is really the ultimate question right now. That is really, truly the ultimate question. We're going to stick with Andrew Schultz. He's been our guy. We'll see what he can do. 1 out, 2 on. Tying run at second, winning run at first in this pivotal game number 4. Here's the pitch from Schultz. 3-1. To third. Oh, my goodness. I can't even talk here. Oh, my God. That was not a good moment for me. As Vivas throws onto Wood. 2 away. Now facing Arcia. The runners do advance. Anyone else's heart rate up? Polanco at third. 90 feet away. Will Smith at second. We'll take a look at Orlando Arcia. What he's done, hit 248 in the regular season. He is hitting just 261 in the playoffs. He's 0 for 3 today. On deck is Jahmai Jones, who has a hit today. He had a hit in game 1 and in game 2. Got a double in game number 2. All right. My goodness. What a moment here. Thank you, Zachary. I'm glad you're hooked. Yeah, get this game out of the park 23. Should be, I think, on sale. Should be pretty cheap, 15, 20 bucks. And have a crack at it. It's pretty addictive for sure. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try... Arcia doesn't matter in the sense of if he gets on and he can't score. Because if he scores, that means Will Smith scored. And so the runner at first in hypotheticals is going to be meaningless. So we're going to pitch around, see if we can get Arcia to chase at something. We'll see. That's going to be the approach. I may consider Jason Foley if Arcia is walked. So Andrew Schultz, does he have anything left here? Does he have anything left? Andrew Schultz facing Arcia. Bases with runners on second and third, 2 outs, 1-run game. Dodgers have to have this one. They have no outs to give. The Pirates have no runs to give. Here we go. 1-0 count. Here's Arcia. Hits this one to right, and that one is going to drop in. The Will Smith's going to come. Oh, he's going to hold. Will Smith will hold. The Dodgers tie the game. Trying to pitch around Jones. It does not work. Trying to pitch around Arcia, excuse me. It does not work. And he hits a single into right. Smith could have tested it. Did not. But the Dodgers have tied the game. And so we will either play extras or the Dodgers will win it right here. Jason Foley will come in to face Jones. Schultz could not get the job done. Here's Foley facing Jones. A big moment here for Jahmai Jones. 1 for 3 today, hitting 238 in the series. Here's the pitch. The windup. And the throw. And Jones hits this one to right. And the Dodgers will win this game. They will walk it off. And they will win it 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth. And we are going to a Game 5. A complete bullpen collapse by the Pittsburgh Pirates and some of their best pitchers, and Andrew Schultz, who was just simply worn out, and Jason Foley, who has struggled in the series, and the Dodgers have forced a game number 5. An incredible comeback for the LA Dodgers. The Pittsburgh Pirates at one point, they were leading. If I can scroll up here, they were up. Dodgers went up 1-0. Pirates went up 2-1. The Dodgers get 2 in the ninth, and that one hurts a ton. Shohei Ohtani, player of the game. Losing my voice here. Dodgers, 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error. Pirates, 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors, but a loss. And so we will get ready for Game 5. We will play the distance here. The Braves have defeated the Mets. The Braves are headed to the NLCS. Bart just wants to raise the flag in Pittsburgh. I know. I love that meme too. But we will have to wait. Was there an off day? There is an off day. And so each team will get a chance to rest. And you wonder if Schultz was the right option there. But it felt good. Foley, do you trust him? He struggled. You wonder if he was the right option as well. And we will play on. And Jacob deGrom has a contract extension, so that's exciting. We're going to Game 5. Winner take all. Pirates had such a great opportunity in this one. They could not do it. And so we will wait. And it will be Christopher Cruz on the hill. The good news is Pirates will have their ace on the bump. I don't know who the Padres... I keep saying Padres. Who the Dodgers will have. It was the Dodgers who beat the Padres. As we have Mike Clevenger. He's retiring, which is not information I need right now. I promise you that. All right. It'll be Levera. It appears to be Levera, who we faced in Game 1. Hits 3 runs in 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 Ks. For us, it'll be Christopher Cruz. And so let's not delay too much longer. Let's go play this game, see the bullpen situation. Starting lineups, you feel like there have to be an adjustment to be made. A 1 o'clock Game 5, winner take all. Don't love that. Wind blowing out. Excuse me. Here in PNC Park. Andrew Schultz, 64%. You have to feel for him. And in terms of the lineups, if I can change some of these things, you feel like you have to make a move. Gonzalez will bump up. We're facing a righty. To play Sanchez maybe even and try to have him do something. That's a consideration. Just getting nothing from James Wood right now. He's really just struggling here. Brock Wilken's been cold. I think we're going to try... Could you even try a Joey Bart and move him to catcher if there was an injury? I mean, that makes some level of sense. So I think actually, you know what? I don't know what to do. Yolbert or Bart as our DH. I think we're going to go with the Yolbert. I think he's a bit more proven overall. Yeah, this is it's a different game than Madden, obviously, the play versus not play component, but I'll take this over Madden every single day. If I put Sanchez in there, though, as DH, I can have Gavin play first, but I worry about some of the first base defense overall. You do kind of wonder about that, so that's a tough consideration. Wilken can play first, but maybe you just leave it. Break these guys up here a little bit, something like that. If Gavin Sheets could play better first, I would have Yolbert DH in this one. Maybe Wood. You think at some point he's going to do something. I don't know. I mean, can anyone else play first? Shrek can't play first. I mean, again, it's Wilken. Do you go to Wilken here and just kind of hope? He's done less. I mean, he hasn't played as much. He's a righty at least, and so that kind of relieves some of the concern there. Yeah, I think I've talked myself into Brock Wilken, just trying him. He's a righty, kind of breaks up some of those things. Not quite sure what I want to do, though. In game number 1, I'm trying to think who did well. Sheets did not. Gallagher had a walk. Vivas in game 1, he went 0 for 4. Quan, we're going to have Quan as our leadoff guy because he did well, I think, against Levera in game number 1. I want those guys to go back-to-back, though. Yeah, I think that's going to be the lineup. I think that'll be our lineup overall. Quan, Arroyo, Reynolds, Shrek, Gonzalez, Gallagher, Sheets, Wilken, Vivas, and go from there. Their lineup appears to be the same. Really no changes. This game does not make a lot of playoff postseason changes in my experience. Anyway, Christopher Cruz on the hill. He's good to go. We are good to go. Let's take it to PNC Park for a winner-take-all, game number 5. All right, here it is, Game 5 of the NLDS. The winner of this game will face the Braves, who took the series 3-1 over the Mets. Pirates such a great chance in that bottom 9 and blew it. The Dodgers walk it off. Dodgers won games 1 and 4. Pirates won the middle, 2 and 3. As Paul Brown is here, sad and depressed Reds fan here. Yeah, the Reds are not any better in this game than they are in real life, so I'm sorry to say that, Paul. But let's get underway. Christopher Cruz facing Mookie Betts. And what a pivotal game this is, obviously. It's game number 5. It's an elimination game. And this one means a whole lot to a whole lot of people. As Cruz will look in and face Betts. And Betts hits this one. He'll get things started with a single into left. Remember, it was Cruz who gave up the leadoff double to Betts in game number 1. He brought home the first run of the game. First pitch swinging Betts was. So he's been aggressive. Also been a pretty heavy stealer this year. 1-1. A bunt attempt is on. Some small ball as Gallagher will throw to second. And that one's in time. So a nice play by Cam Gallagher. Jorge Polanco, man of the hour. He will step in. Ikea is on first after the bunt and the fielder's choice. 2-2 from Cruz. And he'll hit that to center, and that's going to drop in at Reynolds' feet. Runner will hold at second, and Christopher Cruz has runners in scoring position to face Ohtani. And Ohtani hitting just 182. You have to think he's going to come out of that slump at some point. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Cruz, and Ohtani pops this one sky high. And that's going to be Gallagher taking his mask off to catch an infield fly. Rule was in effect anyway. 2 outs, 2 on for the catcher, Will Smith. 2-2 count. And Cruz, this one is going to drop in. And Shrek can't make the catch. The runner will score. Cruz has had so many 2-strike counts, cannot get out of it. And just like game 1, allows a run in the first inning. And trying to limit things, now facing Bellinger. 0-1 to Bellinger. This one floated. Shrek coming in, and he makes the catch there. But the Dodgers get an early run on 3 hits, and it's 1-0 LA. Steven Kwan in to face Marcio Rivera. And the Pirates will play from behind to start here. Steven Kwan coming in, dribbles this one to second. High throw, but that is grabbed by Freeman for out number 1. Now facing Arroyo Jr. 0-2 count. Been a little quieter as of late. Second baseman busy today. And it's Polanco. Again, the throw to Freeman for out number 2. And now Brian Reynolds in. Full count. And he'll hit this to second. And so Polanco, who has the assist on all 3 outs of the inning, will go top 2. As we'll face Arcia, Jones, and Freeman. Cruz looking for that first strikeout. Will not happen here as Arcia, a leadoff single, and Christopher Cruz not pitching like Christopher Cruz. As Jahmai Jones coming in, 1-2 count. And there's the strikeout. Freddie Freeman stepping in. Did not play in game 1, I don't believe. Did not face Christopher Cruz. Full count, payoff pitch. And he walks him. And Cruz has been struggling today. As Mookie Betts, runners on first and second, 1 out, 1-0 count, and Betts hits this one to center, and this one's going to drop in. Reynolds cannot make the play. The throw will come home, and the Dodgers are up 2-0. And Christopher Cruz is really starting to struggle out there. Did a great job in game 1 as he faces IKF. 2-2 to him. He'll swing through that one. Route number 2. And now has to deal with Polanco, who's 1-for-1 today. As the Dodgers are busy starting this game. 2-0 to Polanco. This one hit well to right, and Shrek makes the catch. But Cruz allowing runs in the first and second inning, and the Pirates have a lot of work to do. Shrek stepping in. 2-2 count. And this one's hit pretty well to right. Going back is Betts, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Gonzalez comes in. And this one dribbled to short. And there's 2 away as the Pirates looking for their first hit and base runner of the game. 2-1 to Gallagher. And this one poked to second. Polanco has it. And he's a busy man today as he's recorded at least 4 outs. Now facing Ohtani. Cruz already at 49 pitches. Full count. And this one's hit well to right. Going back is Shrek at the wall. And this one's gone. Shohei Ohtani finally comes through. And the Dodgers are up 3-0. And they are really getting to Christopher Cruz as he is struggling in this elimination game as the bullpen's already going to begin moving. The Pirates fans are restless, and their hopes hang in the balance. Now facing Will Smith, 2-1 count. Already 6 hits today for the Dodgers. This one hit to short. Arroyo has it. And that's the first out of the inning. Nice job by Wilkin to snag that one. 1-1 shift on for Bellinger. This one popped up. Reynolds coming in from center. And he makes the catch for out number 2. Garcia, 1 for 1 today. 0-2 count. And this one's hit to Wilkin at first. He'll step on the bag. But the Dodgers get another run. They've gotten 1 run in all 3 innings, and that's why they lead 3-0. Pirates looking for their first hit. Gavin Sheets coming in. Christopher Cruz, you wonder about him. 66 pitches already. But you got to get some runs. Got to show for your pitcher. As Sheets will draw the walk. He's done better. Now you need Brock Wilkin to step up. No hits in 5 at-bats this series. Rivera, first miscue of the day, the leadoff walk. Full count again, and Wilkin hits this to left, pretty shallow. And that is Bellinger making the catch for out number 1. Now Vivas, first at-bat of the day. 2-0 count, hitter's count. Here's the pitch. And Vivas hits this one over the third baseman's head. That one down to the wall. And my game is prompting me, I think. And we're going to hold Sheets. I thought about sending him. I really couldn't tell what was even happening there. So I played it conservatively. I think Sheets got ahead of Bellinger once. But we're going to go top of the order. Runners on second and third. 1 away. Pirates threatening for the first time today. Pirates Nation at PNC Park on their feet. This is game 5 of a 5-game series. And the series is, of course, tied at 2. Dodgers won game 1 and game 4. Pirates won the middle. Had a chance to close it out in game number 4. They were up top 9, bottom line, and the Dodgers walked it off. Got 2 runs, and they won it and forced this elimination game. Here's Stephen Kwan. Sheets at third. Betts, great arm in right. Bellinger, good arm in center, or in left. And Jones, a average to below average arm in center. Here's the pitch. Kwan, first pitch swinging. This one's popped up. Really can't test Betts here. And Sheets will not, and there's 2 away. Pirates trying to get something out of this. They don't want to go away without a single run here. Arroyo in, facing Livero. And Arroyo cracks this to left. That one's going to get down. 1 run will score. Will the second score? The run's going to come in. And the throw is not in time as Vivas comes in. He's hurt, though, as there's an injury. Corbett Vivas has been injured. It's a diagnosis pending. We'll have to make a change there. Corbett Vivas leaving it all on the line as he slid in. It's a 3-2 game. Edwin Arroyo Jr., the 2-out single that brought in 2. Brian Reynolds comes in. Trying to pick up our pitcher, Christopher Cruz. Ace of the staff struggling today. And we'll see what happens. Quick look at the pen. Top guys, Mears and Schultz, they're pretty tired. But right now, Brian Reynolds trying to add to this game. 3-2. Bottom 3, 2 outs. Arroyo on first. Arroyo and Reynolds, I should say, to right. And that will be caught by Betts. But the Pirates get 2 back. And they make this a 1-run game. Have the injury. That is unfortunate for Corbett Vivas. That's him at third. And so Yolbert Sanchez is going to come in as a number 9 hitter. And he will play third. So, lose the bat, but good defender, and I have trust in Yolbert. Jahmai Jones facing Cruz, 0 for 1 today. Cruz has labored. 1-2 count, here's the pitch. Looks into Gallagher. This one's hit too short, Arroyo has it. Throw on to first, Wilkin gloves it, and there's 1 away. Now facing Freeman, as Cruz is at 70 pitches. Full count. Freeman to second, Gonzalez has it. Throw on to Wilkin, and that is out number 2. Top of the order, Rackham, Betts leading off, 2 for 2 today. He has had Cruz's number. Do you keep Cruz in is the question. Only other option right now of a guy that's warmed up is Trey McGow. And you have to think about, do you have McGow come in? Or do you let Cruz face him? Take a look at Betts. Still a strong player at 34, almost 35 years old, 3 days from now. Will the birthday boy be in the NLCS? Will he be watching baseball from home on his birthday? That's going to be the question. What do we do here? I'm trying to think about how to manage this. Do I have Cruz stay in? Betts has really owned him well. And I think at 77 pitches struggling, Betts would not go past this inning anyway. And so we're going to bring in Trey McGow. He has not pitched in a while. He has not pitched, though, since September 22nd. That was in the regular season. That's the part that's getting me a little bit, and he struggled in that game. All right, I'm talking myself out of this because I'm just thinking about McGow. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten him warmed up in the first place. I'm gonna trust Cruz to face Betts. And he's behind in the count 3-1. This one floated to left. And that is Quan making the catch. And so Christopher Cruz, not pretty. 3 runs. Pirates still with work to do. That's going to be it, though, for Christopher Cruz. I don't think it was his day, unfortunately. Great pitcher, just one of those moments. As we'll have to figure out the next course here. I think Denny Bentley may get ready to come in. He's pitched well. So Bentley has a bit of stamina. Will get warmed up. You can close the book on Cruz, allowing 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. We go bottom 4, Pirates down a run. RJ Schreck stepping into the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Here's a full count. And that one inside and low, as Schreck will take first. Nick Gonzalez would be a great time for one of those patented Nick Gonzalez doubles. Would really appreciate that. We'll see what happens. 0-2 count, and he strikes out swinging. Chasing that pitch for strike number 3. Cam Gallagher's in, hitting .214 in the series, reflective of his, well, he's a bit better in the regular season, I should say. But he's in here right now. Full count, another payoff pitch. And that one's hit well to the gap, and Schreck's going to have a chance to take third. Extra bases for Gallagher. Schreck rounding third. He will hold at third. No prompt to send him. Bellinger did a good job to get it out of the notch. And Cam Gallagher, the veteran catcher, the one-out double, putting runs at second and third. Schreck represents the tying run. Gallagher, the go-ahead run here, bottom 4. Here's Gavin Sheets. Brock Wilken, who struggled, is on deck, followed by injury replacement Yolbert Sanchez. Robert Vivas injured at home plate as he made this a 3-2 game. This one's getting intense. Gavin Sheets, I think he had a walk earlier today, just 2 hits, but he's gotten hotter as of late. Had both his hits in this last game. Now facing Livero, who's at 61 pitches. 1-1 count, and Sheets hits this one. This one's going to get to the gap. This is going to bring home both. It'll clear the bases. Gavin Sheets will go for 2. He will slide into second with a one-out double that gives the Pittsburgh Pirates a 4-2 lead in this game number 5. What a play, what a moment for Gavin Sheets. As we've always said, though, so much work to do. Bottom 4. This whole season, played 163 games. Coming down to the next 5-6 innings of this game. New pitcher in. It's Caleb Ferguson. Faced him before. Not an unfamiliar name to us this postseason. This is his 3rd appearance of the series. He did not pitch in the wild card 2-game series against San Diego, but he's done well against us. 4 2/3, allowed just 1 run, struck out 7. The lefty. We brought in Wilken on the playoff roster because he was a lefty, because he had a lot more success against lefties than our other guys. But he's been quiet this series, 0 for 6. A great chance here for Brock Wilken, traded for. This was part of the, I think, David Bednar deal. No, this was for Carter Binns, the catcher, who's now in Texas, a former Ranger, trying to beat the Dodgers. Here's Wilken against Ferguson. 2-0 count, a hitter's count. The pitch. Wilken hits this one well. This one's going back. This one has a chance. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Brock Wilken, a 2-run shot. Can you believe this? What a moment. 389. And the Pirates are up 6-3. What an inning. What a series. What a game. Oh my gosh. Brock Wilken, called up for this reason at the last second, decided to go away from James Wood, who had struggled so much, 0 for 12 in the series, to bring in Wilken, who was not much better, 0 for 6. But Brock Wilken launches it over the wall where Roberto Clemente once played, and the Pirates are up 6-3. Again, so much work to do for this Pirates team. Bottom 4, Pirates up 3. 1 out for Yolbert Sanchez, again, replacing the injured Corbett Vivas. Full count, payoff pitch. And that one's inside, and Sanchez will take his base. And Zachary, I appreciate the support. Big 4th inning team, Paul. Yep, need to be a big rest of the innings team. That's what we got to be right now. The Dodgers, they're still a potent team. They're getting runs. They got power. The bats are bound to wake up. They chased our starter. They chased our ace. There's still so much work to do. Steven Kwan stepping in. Another full count. This one dribbled a second, chance for 2, and the Dodgers will turn it. But the Pirates take the lead thanks to that Brock Wilken home run. Oh my goodness. And actually there were other runs as well. I'm trying to keep track of it all right now. You get the picture. They're up 3 because of Brock Wilken. Christopher Cruz, his day's done. Danny Bentley will come in. Facing IKF, Jorge Polanco, and Shohei Ohtani. Not an easy 3 to get through. No doubt about that. Now, IKF's not been great at the plate this year. In the playoffs, he's hitting 192. But you wonder if these guys are going to be due. 1-1. Here's the pitch from Bentley to Gallagher, the catcher. Still so much work to do. And this one's going to be hit well. IKF a single into right. That's a big hit for the Dodgers. And that'll bring up Polanco, hitting .500, 13 for 26 in this series. Still an OPS of over 1.4, 1 for 2 today. Now facing Bentley, 2-1 count, and Polanco hits this to right. This one's going back. Shrek towards the corner, makes the catch. Runner will not advance on a tag. A nice play by RJ Shrek. Now Ohtani, get the lefty-on-lefty matchup. As the bullpen may have to work for this one. I already know they will because they've already chased Christopher Cruz. Juanes and Charles will begin to warm. Now facing Ohtani. 1 out, 1 on. Pirates up 3. Runner will go. Gallagher with the throw. Not in time. And IKF takes second. The Dodgers have been aggressive here this series. That was a ball, by the way. Now it's 1-0. 3-1 count. Bentley on Ohtani. And he will walk him, and you cannot have the walk there as the tying run comes to the plate. And Will Smith will step in as the Dodgers try to climb right back. Runners will go again. Gallagher, the throw's not going to be in time, and IKF is stealing all the bases here. As Bentley is struggling, now facing Will Smith. 2-2, here's the pitch. This one hits him on a 2-2. It hits Will Smith, and the bases are loaded. And the Dodgers are threatening again. Bentley with a lefty-on-lefty matchup will stay in. This is a risky maneuver, but we're going to try it. 0-1 to Bellinger. Bellinger ropes this one past the first baseman, Wilken. Wilken can't make the play. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And it's 6-5. And this is a game yet again. Bentley could not get the job done. He will be replaced by Juanes and Charles. It's 6-5, 1 out. The Dodgers still moving here. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. 3-0 count. Charles is going to lose Arcia. Oh, my goodness. He will walk him on 4 pitches. Oh, you got to be kidding me. The Pirates up 6-3. Potentially losing it all in just an inning. Jahmai Jones coming up here. 0-1. Jahmai Jones past the third baseman. 1 run will score. The Dodgers are going to take the lead back. They're going to go up 7-6 as Bellinger is safe at home. Now facing Freeman. Dodgers up 7-6. They've scored 4 runs in the inning. Facing Freeman. No one else is ready. 2-0 count. Charles. This one's going to be hit up the middle. And the Dodgers have a chance to take more runs. And they will go up 8-6 to throw. Not in time. Freeman with a single. And it's all falling apart for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now facing Mookie Betts. Oh my goodness. What a disaster. What a disaster for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1-2 to Charles. That one struck out by Betts. Betts strikes out on that one, I should say. Now facing IKF, who started this inning. Stole some bases, scored the first run, and the Dodgers are up 8-6. And we're going to go to Alberto Guerrero. Oh my goodness. The Pirates, so many chances. 1-1. Here's IKF. This one grounded to short. Arroyo has it, the throw to second, but the Dodgers get 5, and it goes from 6-3 Pirates to 8-6 Dodgers. Caleb Ferguson staying in. Do you believe that? Do you believe what you just saw? Pirates are going to have to scrap again. Still so much work to do. Like we said, there was so much work to do. All right, here we go. Arroyo, 2-1 count, facing Ferguson. This one dribbled to second, one away. Now Reynolds, big spot here as Ferguson is tiring. 2-2 count. And Reynolds hits this one to left, and that will drop in for a one-out single. As RJ Shrek comes in, now facing Hernandez. Their bullpen's really getting moving. Don't really have any other options right now. Could go to James Wood, but he has not been good at all. Could not justify that. RJ Shrek will have to stay in to face Hernandez as Reynolds sits at first. 0-2 count, and Shrek looks at strike 3, and now it's Nick Gonzalez, his chance to shine. So many doubles this postseason, need at least one more from him. 2-1 count, here's the pitch. And Gonzalez hits this one well to center, but Jones has a read on it, and he'll make the catch, and the Pirates do not get a run. We'll go top 6. Dodgers up 2, as Guerrero's going to have to stay in here to face Polanco, Ohtani, and Smith. Don't feel comfortable about that, but don't have a lot of options either. 2-2 to Polanco. He'll hit this one to right. Shrek coming in, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Ohtani, who has a home run today, his first of the playoffs. Now facing Guerrero. Full count payoff pitch. And Ohtani hits this one well to right. This one's going back. And this one is caught. A great leaping grab by RJ Shrek as Ohtani gave that one a ride to right. Now facing Will Smith, the catcher. In that big inning, 5-run inning the Dodgers had in the 5th. This one hit the center. Reynolds moving to his left, going back. And he'll make the catch. And so the Dodgers, although they gave a couple of good looks, they'll go 1-2-3. And that's going to be it for Guerrero. As Victor Vodnik will get moving around here. Now facing Gallagher, who had a key hit his last at bat. But the Pirates, running out of chances, have to get 2 runs. And Hernandez is a quality pitcher who is not allowed a run in 3 2/3 innings in this postseason. Allowed just 1 hit, no walks. Struck out 7. 1-2 to Gallagher. And there's the 8th strikeout recorded by Hernandez this postseason. Now Gavin Sheets, 1 for 1 today, but behind the count 1-2. This one will... Oh, diving play. What a play by Arcia. Robbing Sheets. And now Wilkin, who had a home run, his last at bat, they gave the Pirates a temporary 6-3 lead, will try to do it again against Hernandez. 1-2 count. The pitch. And he'll strike him out on the fastball. And the Pirates' bats have gone cold as Victor Vodnik will come in to face Cody Bellinger. 2-0 count. Shift is on. Not a good count to be in. And Bellinger will beat the shift. Even though with the hard shift to the right, that one got enough loft for a leadoff single. And Pirates fans getting pretty restless here. Now facing Garcia, who had the great diving grab in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2. And Garcia, late in that one, swings through the slider. 97. It's a pretty hot slider. Now facing Jones, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs today. And that one's hit pretty well to center. That one going back. Reynolds at the track and makes the catch. Runner will not tag. And there's 2 outs with 1 on for Freddie Freeman, who's got 1 hit today, just 2 in the postseason, but a big one, an RBI. And really helped break this one open for the Dodgers. Here's Vodnik, 1-0 count. And that one poked to short. Arroyo makes the catch. And we'll stretch. Hopefully for not the final time, but the Pirates are down 2. Hernandez staying in. Can't make a replacement here because Vivas is hurt. I don't know who to go to potentially. I'm running out of some bullpen arms. It may be Nick Mears. There's Foley as well, but it's hard to trust Jason Foley. He has not done well this postseason. I mean, it's just tough to judge. Gilbert Sanchez First at bat, he's been a defensive replacement. He will come in and try to do something here, bottom 7. And Sanchez, a dribbler to short. And that throw high, but caught by Freeman for out number 1. Now Stephen Kwan in the game. Lefty on lefty matchup. Sanchez, Hernandez probably close to the end here. Can you get something off of him? 2-1 count. And Kwan lifts that one to center. Will it drop? And it will not. Nice chase by Jones. And new pitcher comes in. First postseason appearance for Luke Skywalker Jackson. He'll face Arroyo as the Pirates are running out of time. 1-1. Here's Arroyo. And that one's dribbled to short. The throw to first. And the Pirates, yet again, cannot get a hit. We'll go top 8. As the Pirates, again, just simply running out of time. Vodnik, I think will stay in. I don't know. I probably have my head scout ratings up. Do you go with Foley? I don't think you do right now. Do you go with Mears and try to push through it? Now, Mears didn't pitch yesterday. I think you go with your guys. We're going to go with Nick Mears. Top 8 here to face Mookie Betts. 1-1 count. Still time. Still time. And Betts hit that one to center. Reynolds. Nice angle to make the catch. As there's a hushed tone in PNC Park right now. IKF. 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 count. That's a swinging strikeout on the fastball at 96. And Polanco, average finally dips below 500. He's 1 for 4 today. Ohtani's on deck. 1-1 to Polanco. That one's going to be hit a line drive to center, and that'll fall at Reynolds' feet. So Mears will have to face Shohei Ohtani. 1 for 3 with a home run today. Was a solo shot. And here's the pitch. 1-0 to Ohtani. And that one's hit well. That one going back. Reynolds at the track. He will not have a play. And that is a deep shot that is almost out of the stadium. And the Dodgers are up 10-6. Do you believe that one? Oh my goodness. Pittsburgh, so many chances. Will Smith coming in now. Bases empty, 2 outs. Mears delivers. And this one lofted. Who has a play on it? Reynolds coming in. And he'll make the catch. And the Pirates, well, they need 4 runs. And they have 6 out to do it. 6 outs to do it. Michael Hobbs coming in for LA. He's rested. This will be his 3rd appearance against him. It'll be Reynolds, Shrek, and Gonzalez. And you can't get all 4 in the 9th. So you got to get, I'd say, at least 2 this inning. And then try to do 2 next inning. But it's going to be asking a lot. There's no question about that. And you just wonder about that. Bottom of the 9th against the Dodgers in Game 4. Chance to close it out. The Dodgers coming back as Reynolds strikes out swinging. And that brings in RJ Shrek. 3-1 count. Just trying to get some base runners. And this one hit the opposite way, and that will drop in. Thank you, Jeremy. Big bats, let's go. What you got to have here. No pinch run situation. Nick Gonzalez will come in. 1 out, 1 on. 3-1 count, and he draws the walk. So the Pirates have runners in scoring position. And what do you do here? Do you bring in a Joey Bart? I don't think you do. You bring in a James Wood. It's a righty on the mound. I think you stick with Gallagher, the veteran. He's 1 for 3 today. I think you just stick with the guys there. Gavin Sheets on deck. 1-1 count to Gallagher. Gallagher, not sure where that one even went. It hits the base runner. Oh my goodness. It hit Shrek, who was running. He's now out. And it's going to be runners on first and second with 2 away. So just the unluckiest moment. They've never seen that before where the base runner got hit by the baseball in this game. And so it could have been a single that got Shrek to third. Just becomes a second out with slower guys on. Gavin Sheets in. Big moment for Gavin Sheets. He's 1 for 2 today. He has started to heat up, and he's got to be hot here. There's no way around it. So here we go. 2 outs. 1-0 count. Sheets to short. And that'll be thrown to second, and the Pirates threaten, but they cannot score, and they will have 3 outs to try to do something. Jason Foley will come in and pitch. Yeah, Paul, of course it happens to the Pirates. As Reds fans, we can relate to bad things happening, but can't allow any more runs here. That home run by Ohtani, 2 of the day. And I talked about how he was a guy that eventually was going to remind you he was Shohei, and he certainly did there as Foley strikes out. Bellinger bringing in Arcia. Arcia hits that one too short. The throw on to first, and there are 2 away. And Jahmai Jones with Freeman on deck, 2-2 count. And this one hit to center. Reynolds comes in and makes the catch. And here we go. Bottom line. Dodgers up 4, 10-6. It's going to be Wilkins, Sanchez, and Kwan. In terms of pinch hit opportunities, there's Joey Bart, who would have to replace probably Sanchez. And I don't know what would happen from there in terms of who would play what. In terms of third, you'd have to try to figure it out, but there really aren't a lot of options there. Anyway, it's a long ways away. Wilkin will come in, step in the batter's box. Big home run today that put Pittsburgh up 6-3, and you felt like you had a chance, and then it all just went away. So here we go. 2-0, hitters count to Wilkin. Hits this one well to left, as Bellinger going back near the track, and that one's gone. And Brock Wilkin, his second home run of the game. Wish there were some guys on for it, but it is 10-7. So what was a 4-run game now becomes 3. A big moment for him. A great day for Wilkin, regardless of what happens. These next 3 outs, this next inning. As Gilbert Sanchez coming in, he's 0 for 1, known for the glove, not for the bat, but hit okay in the regular season. Hit .268, which is better than his norm. He's a ground ball hitter overall. Do you put in a James Wood here? It's kind of going to be the question, but with nobody on, you know, even if Wood would have hit a home run, which seems unlikely, it's not going to help you out dramatically. So Sanchez will stay in. 1-2 to Sanchez. This one dribbles to second, and that is the throw onto first for the first out as the Pirates are down to just 2 of them. Trying to get to Reynolds. You try to get to Reynolds. That's kind of the goal right now. Stephen Kwan, he's gone cold, hitting just 150 in the playoffs, 190 on base. Not what you want. As he faces Hobbs. Full count, payoff pitch. And Kwan strikes out swinging. Usually does not do that. And the Pirates are down to their last out. It's going to be Edwin Arroyo Jr. hitting a strong and solid 350 in the series with 1 home run. He's 1-4 with 2 RBIs today. He's got to get on base. As Hobbs staying in, he's pretty tired. But we'll see what happens. They got some other options, I assume. So here we go. This is the last at-bat of the Pirates season. Let's find out. 3-2 count. Payoff pitch. Here's the pitch from Hobbs. And Arroyo strikes out swinging. And the LA Dodgers complete the comeback. They win Game 5. And they'll move on to play the Braves in the NLCS. Well, the season is over. A chance to face the Braves or rematch of 92 is no more. As the Pirates had every opportunity in this one to win this series, and they lose it. And that is how this one ends. 3-2-5. First playoff appearance since 2015. So close, but so far away as the Dodgers prove their mettle. In this one, just to recap the series, in Game 1, lost 6-3-10. Game 2, won 5-2. Game 3, won 5-3. Game 4, lost 3-2 after holding a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the ninth, and the Dodgers walked it off. And then after going up 6-3, the Dodgers getting 5 runs in the 5th, 2 in the 8th, the Ohtani home run, the solo shot by Brock Wilkin, not enough, his second of the game, as Christopher Cruz struggled, the bullpen imploded. It's hard to blame the offense. It scored 7 runs. They did a good job. Corbett Vivas is hurt. I don't even know what the injury is. And that's going to be all she wrote for the Pirates season. So, thank you guys. Thank you, Zachary and Jeremy and Steeler Fan 1933. A lot of fun, though. Happy to be back in the postseason. Didn't love my chances to beat the Dodgers anyway. I want to know what happened to Corbett Vivas, so I may sim a day or two just to capture that. But that one's that one hurts a lot. Certainly, you felt not only if you just gotten blown out, you feel like okay, that's fine, but to be that close, to be an inning away from the NLCS and have that confidence, and then in Game 5 to be up 6-3 and that crazy comeback, really hurts. Vivas, he stayed today, so he'll be all right. So that's gonna wrap things up here, guys. Appreciate you watching. And it's a super long 3.5 hour stream. So I've never done that before, but 5 games will do that to you. Appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to wrap this thing up. We'll have the off season for you. Probably take a break a little bit, and then we'll come back with the off season and recap what changes were made and go from there and try to get back to the postseason.